Cancer. Success. Agreement.
Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, live. Back and set, ready to rock and roll, obviously. Jacked on up. Jacked on up here. Let's watch. Right here, team. It is currently, at this time, 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. All eyes should be over on Fox Runner right now, guys. All eyes over on Fox Runner. All eyes to see if we get anything ripping and running. Let's do this together. EDBL, anything? No. SUPX. SUPX says it achieves Nvidia solution preferred level. That means nothing. Yes, I know Nvidia just had an earnings last night. Yes, I know Nvidia has been hot. But I want to make sure you guys understand right here that just because it says the word Nvidia does not give it any right or reason to go on a crazy spike and rip. What about PSTV? PSTV, a little bit of a climb at this time. Nothing too wild, nothing too nuts. Come on now, let's just see if we get anything hot right here. Obviously, we have a lot to go over. We have a lot to go over. We have a lot to break down. Traders, every single trader right now, focus on PSTV. PSTV, very small play. Did just go from 50 cents to 54 cents. How do we find that? Well, obviously, it's right here, the agreement. So it says PSTV has a national coverage agreement with this company. So PSTV is getting the hype. PSTV is getting the momentum. If you are interested in trading the stock, PSTV is going to be the one that you guys want to be looking at. If you want to say to yourself, all right, Deck, let's say this one spikes and squeeze. 80 cents would be where you want to short. I will say this right now. If this stock starts getting above 75 cents, I will look to short it. So if we get above 75 cents over on PSTV, I will look to hammer down nice and early, kick off the stream the right way, huh? So PSTV, let's see how high that one can get up to. Let me bring up my short locate box and let's see how much shorts are. So short locate, pop this on out. Boom. Let me grab this. Give me 2 seconds here. PSTV, guys, starting to squeeze. PSTV shares. I'd probably want 6,000. Inquire about these. Inquire about these shares. Locate the lowest amount. 6,000 shares. Locate lowest. Cancel. That's going to cost me $3. So a little heads on up here, traders. I would, again, be doing $3. Total cost $3 for this large, for 6,000 shares. That's not bad at all. Let me click OK, and you guys can see I have been accepted. So I do have 6,000 shares available to short on PSTV if things start getting a little out of hand. Now, what do I mean by getting a little out of hand right here is you guys can see the 50-day moving average is going to be a strong resistance line to begin with. The 50-day moving average is a strong resistance line. The 200-day moving average is a strong resistance line. And then you usually have 80 cents as a very strong resistance line as well. So again, the top place, the top focus, the top stocks across the board, 50-day moving average, 200-day moving average, 80 cents, all on PSTV. But let's go over some other plays right now. Let's talk about some other stocks that we should be looking at. Let's go over some other plays that maybe we should be on top of right now. And what we want to be looking at is, let's start at the top. MNDR. MNDR did have a press release last night, or excuse me, early this morning, saying that they were going to acquire another company. That brought in some hype, that brought in some momentum, that brought in some action. MNDR went from $1.60, spiked up to $4.84, crashed back down to $2.93. So MNDR is the #1 top gainer in the stock market right now, but at this moment, it's not up near $4. It's not doing anything crazy. PACS right now. PACS at this moment, stock is essentially moving sideways. Is it a good play? For sure. It's the #2 top gainer. PACS did have a press release last night. I think it was an earnings report, but regardless, PACS went from $16 up towards $25. Definitely be aware of this one, just in case it does start getting some hype. The number that you would want to watch is breaking $25. If PACS could ever get above that $25 mark, that's where we start seeing action. That's where we start seeing momentum. That's where we start seeing hype. CRNC, almost the same exact thing. News last night. Notice again, you can't just look at pre-market top gainers this morning or just look at this morning. Notice how CRNC spiked from $8 to $10 last night. It had news in after hours. Take a look at PACS. Stock went from $16 to $25. It had news last night. So if you're just looking for news this morning, You might forget that PACS had, again, earnings last night. CRNC had earnings last night. So while they might not be the biggest press releases in the world, they do have earnings that every single person should be on top of, should be looking at, and be aware of. All right? Make sure, again, you guys are jacked in on this play. Anything else that we got to be looking at right here? I would say the big thing, oh, guys, look at this, EXAS. Guys, turn your attention to EXAS. What just happened over here? So we, again, take a look over on EXAS. This one came out with a press release, it looks like right around 7:35 minutes ago. It says it's acquiring another company. So, again, it says EXAS talks about acquiring a leader in large, fast-growing cancer screening and precision oncology. So keep your eyes peeled over on EXAS as well. So, again, there are a few plays that every single trader should be on top of and be looking at. Number one, we should be looking at PSTV. See if that one can get up towards around 80 cents. Number two, traders should be, again, focused on MNDR. Stock had, again, a press release talking about acquiring another company. Number three, we are having EXAS. Stock, again, just got acquired up towards around $100. Number four, PACS, not doing that much right now, but did have an earnings report last night. And number five, CRNC, earnings report last night, stock going on a nice little pop. Is there anything going explosive right at this moment? The answer is no. There's nothing explosive right at this moment. There's nothing crazy right at this moment. And you know what, guys? I love crazy. I feed off crazy. I want craziness today. That's what I want. I'm asking for it. I'm begging for it. I want craziness today. Come on. Throw me in the lion pit. Let me eat some meat. Throw me again in the middle of the Amazon jungle. I'm coming out with a fur jacket, baby. Come on. I want wildness. I want nothing but a spear and my back against the wall today. That's it. I want to be on that TV show, Naked and Afraid, on Discovery Channel. You guys remember that? That's what I want to be. And when they say, again, you get to bring one item, most people get to bring like a flint or they bring like a pot to be able to cook things in. I want nothing but, again, Wi-Fi and my internet. I want to trade just completely naked for 30 days. That's it. That's the type of mood I'm in today. That's the type of energy I'm bringing to the chat room. Survival. Give me nothing but a laptop and some Wi-Fi out there. All right here, team. Come on. Let's see what we have. 7:39 in the market. Now, what's the elephant in the room here, traders? What's the elephant in the room at this moment? What does every single person want to talk about? I'll tell you what every single person wants to talk about. We want to talk about Nvidia. We want to talk about Nvidia. NVDA. Hey, great news last night. Great news from every single person is Nvidia came on out with positive earnings, didn't it? Nvidia shot out of the gates from 186 and spiked up towards 198. Nvidia had blowout earnings, breaking revenue, higher than expected. They were thrown into the lion den and came out eaten. Nvidia did great. And I do believe this is going to help the overall market. Didn't we talk about this in all clarity yesterday? We said the market is fearful. The market is scared. People are nervous. And I said it all comes on down to Nvidia. If Nvidia has a good earnings, people are going to be excited. If Nvidia has a good earnings, we could see momentum back in this market. People are not going to be fearful of an AI bubble. Right now at this time, if we take a look at the S&P 500, it is bouncing back on up into the 670s. At this time, we can take a look over on Palantir. Palantir is having about a $7 gap up. At this time, we could look at data center plays. $46 back up to $49. We could see NBIS right here, $95 up towards 101. We could see even Meta getting pulled on up. The overall market's getting pulled up at this moment. That is great. That is fantastic. That is amazing. We are seeing that just because one company is showing that, hey, you know what? The Nvidia bubble isn't here. We are good to go. So that's what happened yesterday, which brought in a lot of hype and brought in a lot of action. So let's read into this a little bit more, guys. Let's scroll on down to where they talk about Nvidia earnings here, and let's break this on down. Look at this, guys. Nvidia revenue summary. Nvidia shares rise on a stronger than expected revenue. Look how crazy Nvidia's revenue has been since the brink of 2022. And what I mean by the brink of 2022 right here is this play. Let me again scroll it on over here so you guys can see it. Look how fast Nvidia's revenue has grown. From 2022, going from $6 million to $57 million. I mean, like whatever. Like, guys, this is insane. We are seeing such a massive increase over Nvidia. Now, what else did we have here? It says revenue, $57 billion, beat estimates of $54 billion. Net income, $31.9 billion. This was, again, better. It was a 65% year-over-year growth. Gross margins were 73%. We had guidance. Revenue expected to be 61, 68. So, again, we are beating it in every single way. Revenue, 62%. We had data, 66%, gaming, 30%, 56%, automotive. We could see how Nvidia has just been absolutely on fire here. So Nvidia reported its third quarter earnings and revenue that topped Wall Street expectations on Wednesday and provided stronger than expected sales for the fourth quarter. Shares of the AI chipmaker rose more than 4% in extended trading. Earnings per share was $130 versus $125. Revenue was $57 versus $54. Nvidia expects about $65 billion in sales this current quarter. So again, already setting the tone, saying how much revenue are we expecting this quarter? $65 billion. $65 billion in 3 months. Pretty crazy to be thinking about, right? So, Nvidia absolutely crushed their earnings. Came out last night, came out around 4:30, and right when they came on out, foomp, market just started spiking. Everything started ripping and running. Everything started getting a lot of hype. Everything started popping on up in a strong manner. So that's where the excitement has been. It just has all come on down to Nvidia here. And now the fears of the AI bubble are starting to slow down. Because I know we've all seen this image. If you guys have been on Twitter, if you guys have been on StockTwits, if you guys have been on Instagram, you probably have seen this image before. And essentially what this image is showing is how on the books, it looks like everyone's making a lot of money. But in reality, people really aren't making that much money. So what's really happening here, guys, is Nvidia agrees to invest $100 billion in OpenAI. Okay, now OpenAI says, you know what? We have all this money, $100 billion. Let's go send this money over to Microsoft so that we can be able to start profiting. And Microsoft says, yeah, let's go send it over to CoreWeave. And now CoreWeave says, hey, let's go send it back over to Nvidia. So if we have $100 billion, let's say we give away, and then somehow it goes ring around the rosy and comes back, and now it looks like a company's giving us $100 billion, but it's really the money that we started with. That's almost what's happening. That's the idea right now. The idea that people always argue that AI is higher than what it should be at this time is that essentially Nvidia gives companies money. These companies, again, go around and it basically comes back to them because, again, people are buying AI chips. So it's almost like a big fluff story, a big fake story where money just kind of gravitates. It comes back in, comes around, and no one's actually making money, but the books make it look like they're making hundreds of billions of dollars. That's the conspiracy theory. That's the Michael Burry theory. That's the, if there is ever going to be a big sell-off, that's going to be the reason why. But is it actually true? Right? Who knows? That's what people are saying though. CIFR, a little bit of hype. CIFR, guys, going from $16 up to $17. $17 is going to be strong resistance at this time. We're going to see if this play could be able to squeeze and get any sort of pop over on CIFR, see if that one's going to start ripping and running. But, that's what we have over with why did this image go viral? That's like the story of it. And we can see right now, Nvidia just came out with earnings. Now, there is no way for us to actually have any sort of transparency behind this. There's no way for people to be able to put this and actually look, okay, hey, you're getting $100 billion, but is this $100 billion in profit or $100 billion that you have been, just kind of throwing around? There's no way to verify it. But this is what we have at this moment. And I will say, no matter what, markets can stay irrelevant longer than you can stay solvent. And what that essentially means is, even if you are 100% correct with your train of thought and saying, hey, you know what? This is a scam. Hey, this isn't real. Even if that was true, the markets could climb for another year to 2 years before other people start catching on. Because what is the stock market? The stock market, for anyone who does not know, is going to be a public marketplace where people move stocks. I buy a stock, it slightly moves up. We all buy a stock, it moves up higher. Everyone in the world buys a stock, it moves up a lot. You might find one little niche that no one else knows about. But at the same time, if you say, hey, I'm shorting this play and everyone else loves this play, you're going to get roasted. So you might sit here and say to yourself, hey, I don't get it. I know for a fact, I ran the numbers. This isn't real. Well, guess what? If 99% of other people do believe it's real, you're again going to be sitting there losing all your money, because it's not about, of course, what you know. It's what everyone else believes. That's how the stock market works. Who cares if you know something that no one else knows? That doesn't help you, because if you short it and everyone else is still buying, you're losing. You sit here and you say, what the heck? I know I'm right. Well, not until the perception of everyone else in the world changes, you're going to continue to lose. When Michael Burry first shorted, he shorted like 2 years early. You guys remember again in that movie, The Big Short? He was losing hundreds of billions of dollars. And people are like, give me out. I want to get out. Give me my money, Mike. Give me my money. And he's like, no. And the thing is, he's like, I know I'm right. But the thing is, just because he knew he was right didn't mean anything, right? You have to wait for the entire world's perspective to start flipping before you actually start making money. So what would be a better way? I mean, this is kind of insane for me to say, but what would be a better way for Michael Burry to make more money in 2008? He should have maybe waited for one or two of these credit default swaps to actually start like paying out. He should have waited until, again, maybe mortgages, we started seeing foreclosures on the rise. He basically jumped the gun a year or 2 years too early before, again, even maybe one or two or three people started realizing what he knew. So, hey, regardless, guy's a billionaire, right? Hey, Deck, shut the fuck up. I get it, all right? At the same time, I'm just letting you know, trying to get you guys thinking outside the perspective. Little fun list right here. List of strong revenue growers of quarter three. Quarter three, some of the best growers. Palantir, Nvidia, AMD, Meta, Microsoft, Netflix, Google, Amazon, Tesla, Apple, S&P 500. Quarter three was good, guys. Now remember, we're in quarter four right now. What's quarter three? Quarter three is going to be the summer months into the fall, right? When we're talking about July, August, September. I mean, summer into September, we saw a very nice rally on a lot of plays. Quarter three net income here. We have seen Google, Nvidia, Berkshire Hathaway, Microsoft, Apple, stocks hitting 52-week highs yesterday. Google, Johnson & Johnson, we're seeing EXAS, GILD, a nice list here for every single person. This is what I always like to do. Guys, the greatest returns, this is always fun to look at as well. The greatest returns in the last 10 years. Ask yourself right now, have you invested in any of these? Over the last decade, over the last 10 years, are you involved in any of these? Number one, Bitcoin, a 28,000% return. 10 years ago in 2015, right? Let's say again, you put $1 in. You're making $28,000 from $1, right? Imagine you put $100 in. Nvidia, 24,000. It's kind of crazy that Nvidia has almost made as much money as Bitcoin in the last 10 years. AMD, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, Netflix, Google, Amazon, Meta, S&P 500. I mean, this just kind of shows the growth of compounding. This is why I'm such a big advocate on saying start a retirement account right now. I don't care if you're 20. I don't care if you're 30. I don't care if you're 18. I don't care if you're 40. I don't care if you're 50. In the next 10 years, you will have so much more money than what you have right now if you invest. If you invest, in 10 years, the stock market will be higher than where it is right now. In 10 years, you will have more money than what you have right now. But that's not always true with people who don't invest. If you give someone $100,000 with no financial literacy right now, at let's say the age of 20, by the age of 30, it's all gone. Every single dollar of it. But if you show someone, hey, you have to save money here to be able to invest every single year. By the time, again, they go 20 to 30, that could be $300,000 if they live within their means, if they're not buying supercars. I mean, guys, you know how easy it is to blow up $100,000? You give a 30-year-old, a 25-year-old, you give a 40-year-old $100,000. You say, try to make this last for the next 5 years. Okay. Boom. You buy a Mercedes. Guess what? $70,000 is gone. I got 30 grand left. Okay. Hey, I'm going to pay off some credit card bills. Boom. Okay. $15,000 gone. Now you got 15 grand left. Hey, well, I got to get groceries. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. You pay off some other things. You got $4,000 left. And again, it's been a week. You know what I mean? So the thing is, understand compounding. I want to be a person that is stressing the fact that you do things right. I want to be a person that I'm stressing that you guys make smart investments. Sure, we're here to get a little crazy. We're here to have a little fun. Guys, I don't mind, again, if we whip out the peanut butter and a little whipped cream, turn off the lights, and have ourselves a good time. Play ping the tail on the donkey. But at the same time here, traders, I want you guys to make smart investments with your money. Hey, I ask for one thing and one thing only every single day. That's for you guys to match my energy. I also ask for you guys to, again, smash that thumbs up right here. If you guys are watching wherever you guys are at, make sure you guys hit that thumbs on up right here and right now. We are live, baby. Live on this Thursday on Tradecaster.com. The best of the best. We are live over on YouTube. We are live over on X. We are live over on Twitch. Where are you guys watching from today? Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Support the channel. We are getting after it every single day. Some big things you guys may want to know about. Every day we see the odds decrease. This was big for us. The S&P 500, we wanted to turn on the printing machines. We were supposed to have rate cut in September. We did. We were supposed to have rate cut in October. We did. Now we are supposed to have our final rate cut in December. There was a 97% chance that we were going to cut rates. Now it's a 32% chance we're cutting rates. Now this could also be one of the reasons why the market is falling, why the market is dropping as well. Because if we are not cutting rates, that means interest is staying higher than what it could be. I'm not saying interest is extremely high anymore. It's still up there, but it's not, but it could be lower. The market spiked so well in August, September because people are excited about interest rate cuts. The market spiked so well in October because people are excited about interest rate cuts. Now, again, the market's starting to fall. We started seeing some weakness. And why is that? Well, hey, guess what? We are now saying to ourselves, Federal Reserve is no longer cutting interest rates. Now, that's not a fact. It's only a 30% chance, though. So when we cut interest rates, it means there's cheaper money. Swipe that credit card. Instead of having a 5% interest rate, it's 3% interest rate. Hey, I feel more confident swiping my credit card. Hey, take out that house now. That mortgage, instead of a 7% interest rate, it's now going to be a 5% interest rate. Hey, go buy that car. That car right here is going to be, instead of being a 10%, it's going to be 6%. So the thing is, you are going to see cheaper money with cheaper interest rates, which means more spending. More spending means people are, again, putting more money in the market, spending on companies, profits are going to rise, stocks are going to rise. When we have higher interest rates, people contain their money, they slow it down. We want to do things right. So, what else do we want to be looking at this time here, traders? Right now, we basically have gone over every single one of these plays, not putting ourselves in any sort of bad positions, making sure we're doing things right here. Let's get ready to rock. Guys, we do have a 8 o'clock coming on up here. Let's kind of set this back on up right here so we are all good. Getting ready for the 8 o'clock wave. 8 o'clock wave here, traders. Now, I do expect us to see some spikes. Nvidia came out with its good earnings. Nvidia has come out with good earnings. We are watching to see if we are going to get any sort of big breaks. So right now, traders, let's see what we have. It is currently 7:55 in the market. Now, team, I know a lot of you guys know, at this moment, it is November 20th. We will be having Black Friday sales starting November 25th all the way until Cyber Monday. What this is going to be, for anyone who does not know, I want to say this right here for every single person, is that over on tradecaster.com, where I live stream every single day, where you have access to our video library, where I am right here. So we have, again, our video library. You guys can watch everything I know about stock trading. You guys can be able to go over towards our live chat right here. Watch me live stream. Join the chat room. For, again, Black Friday, we are going to be doing 50% off absolutely everything. It is 50% off everything. Okay? So that's the Black Friday deal we have coming on up. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are pumped for that. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. But it is going to be 50% off everything. So the lifetime membership, will it be $3,299? No, it will not. It will be about $1,400, $1,500. Lifetime. So basically, the lifetime here, traders, if you pay for it, you never have to pay for it anything ever again. 50% off. The annual membership will not be, again, $800. It's going to be $398. Semi-annual membership will not be $400. It'll be about $200. So make sure that you guys are all set. Also, monthly will, again, be down very cheap to $40. But please note here something. This is a one-time fee. It's not reoccurring. So if you get a monthly membership on the 50% off, that's for 1 month only. Don't, again, hit me up in February and say, oh, I signed up for the Black Friday. So it should always be like that. That's not how it works. One time. So what does that mean? It means, again, if you get the semi-annual, that's for, again, the 6 months. The annual will be for 12 months. The lifetime means never again, right? You never have to pay a single dollar again. So what's the best deal? The best deal is the bigger bulk, where you are essentially keeping that 50% off for as long as possible. You know what I'm actually going to do? You know what? I'm going to do this. You know what? We're going to change that. We're going to do 50% off annual, 50% off semi-annual. Monthly is going to be $40, and we're actually going to do for the lifetime. Let's just make this $999. Let's just make this $1,000. Let's give a 70% off. Let's do 70% off for a lifetime. So if you are willing to say, hey, Deck, I love you. I support you. I want to be here every single day. Let's make the lifetime 70% off, the biggest lifetime sale we have ever had for Black Friday. So we are going to make this $999, one-time fee. You have access for life on TradeCaster. That'll be 50% off. That'll be 50% off. That'll be 50% off. Lifetime's going to be 70% off. Does that sound fair? Does that sound like a plan, guys? So if you want to be able to watch every single day, if you want to be part of our community every day, if you want to be having access to the live stream every single day, make sure you guys are all set over on TradeCaster. Giving you guys a heads up of what's coming. That's starting up next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Get ready to rock and roll. I love you guys. I love each and every single one of you. So Black Friday starts next Tuesday over on tradecaster.com. Woo! Woo! Hey! Hey, I will say, thank you for everyone that's watching, joining on in. People, again, watching over on Twitch. I just started up a Twitch here. Underneath, again, Chaz Michael Burry. You guys can go ahead and check him on out. Guys, $7.59 in the market. I honestly do. Guys, I'm gonna be frank with you. When I show up looking like this, when I show up looking like Chaz, I feel like I have no filter. I can say whatever I want. I could do whatever I want. I could be whoever I want. And I like it. I like how, again, I'm showing up as Chaz and I'm just have no fucking limits. I like it. Let's get ready to trade. How about we dial in? And let's get ready to trade. Here we go. All the news coming out at 8 o'clock. Let's do it, guys. ENSC. ENSC reports positive results. ENSC, positive results. Nice big green candle right there. Let's see if we find anything else. CVU. Awarded lots. No. What's this one? Demonstrates. Demonstrates always a good keyword. NDRA. Nope, nothing, no volume right there. As of right now, it seems like ENSC is the best one. We do have groundbreaking over on VENU, though. VENU, groundbreaking. Nope, we're looking for the buying volume. Let's see which one catches the fire. Let's see which one catches the hype. ENSC has the most hype as of now, but I think there could be something better. I don't want to get into plays that, are just spiking, coming right back on down. I want to see plays that are going to be holding a little bit more. Are we going to see something, get that fire? PSTV. And again, I get all the news right here, guys. All the news over on Fox Runner, as you guys know. Greatest scanner in the world. PACS. No. Let's see if anything's jumping on up. MAGN. Kind of getting a little bit of a pop right now. MAGN. And what I'm hoping for today, guys, as well, is that a play is essentially going to erupt. Why is a play going to erupt? Why is a play going to spike? Because now the door is open, right? Nvidia had its earnings. The S&P 500 is working its way back on up, right? We're getting good attention behind plays. Some people are saying, oh, Deck, AUID. AUID right here, this one's going to spike. I don't think so. You might say, well, why not? AUID has a partnership with Nvidia. I will say this right now. Just because you see AUID joins Nvidia Connect to Advanced Enterprise does not, the wording is wrong. It would have to be Nvidia joins AUID, not AUID joins Nvidia. Let's think about this as an example. Can I come out with a press release and say Tradecaster joins Meta? Tradecaster joins Meta. It's like, whoa, you guys have a partnership? No, I joined Meta. I made a Facebook profile. That's it? Yeah, I made a Facebook profile picture. Yeah, hey, guys, go ahead and request to be my friend. It doesn't mean I had a part. If it said Meta joins Tradecaster, that's different. AUID joins Nvidia. Nvidia has a giant connect program like any person, any company in the world can join. It's like, oh yeah, I signed up. I get an email newsletter. Woohoo, cool. That press release means nothing. But sometimes when you see a stock and you see Nvidia, you're like, oh, they're working together. No, they're not working together. I can't sit here and say, oh, Tradecaster is now partnering with Tesla. Well, how? Oh, I bought a Tesla. So Elon Musk has no idea who you are? No idea. So how are you with them? Oh, well, again, I bought a Tesla, right? There's a way to say it when the one company comes first and the other company comes first. So that's why AUID isn't spiking at all. PACS. It's like, guys, right now, I'm also using a Nvidia chip. Right now on my computer, I have Nvidia chips. My computer's a little overkill. It's my computer here, guys. For anyone who doesn't know, this is my computer, and I suggest everyone does this, is it's built. Like I had one of my buddies do it. So just a little story right here. There used to be this, kid back in high school, every single day I would show up, I'd throw him into a locker. I would take his lunch money every single day. And man, his lunch money was so good. I used to get chocolate milks and sandwiches. And then I would say, hey, nerd, build me a computer and I won't take your lunch money anymore. And he said, okay. He goes, okay. And he built me this amazing computer. And I said, you know what? From this point on, I will protect you. I will no longer take your lunch money. And at the age of 32, I still protect him. And I do not take his lunch money anymore. He has not been thrown into a locker underneath my supervision of the last 2 years. And you might say, well, he's probably like 31 years old. Yeah, and he has yet to be thrown in a locker. That's how good of a supervisor I am. When you become friends with me, I will guarantee there will be no locker stuffing at the ages of 30 and higher. I have an i9 processor. Little overkill. Deck, what are you drinking today? Ayahuasca. Today's, again, Thursday's a little bit more of my out-of-body experience type of day. Have a little ayahuasca shipped on up from the deep depths of Amazonian jungles. So, you know what? My alerts, my call-outs might be a little sporadic. We might be dazing off every now and then. But you know what? Someone's got to do it. Guys, let's see if we have any plays going on. Whoa. Let's see if we have any plays going on at this moment. MAGN, CRNC, AUID, nothing there. INMM, CRWG, EXAS. Still nothing big just yet at this moment here, traders. Nothing big just yet at this moment. Trying to find this big mover. Trying to find this next mover here. Come on now. Come on now. All right, right now, team, I am not seeing anything I need or anything I love. So let's take a second. I did see your question before, Channel Guy. Channel Guy asked me before. He said, hey, can you again let me know your settings over on Fox Runner? Now, I'm going to let you guys know something right here and right now. I want to be straight up with every single person. I do want to just make sure you have clarity of how to be able to use this. So can I take the next few seconds, kind of dive into this, and just make sure every single person knows exactly how to be able to use this? So if you guys do not use Fox Runner, I highly, 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 highly recommend it. I know they are going to have Black Friday sales, so you guys can just wait till next week to be able to sign on up. But I do want to be able to break it on down on how to be able to get the most out of this scanner, how I use it every single day. Okay? So very simple, very easy. Write this stuff down if you guys are new. This is how to do this every day. Number one, know that press releases lead to spikes. Press releases are the reasons why stocks go on big rips and runs. No matter where you look or how you look. If you're saying to yourself, oh, why did that stock go on a big spike? Why did this play go on a big time rip and run? How do people get in early? They have this. They have this. So again, MNDR and such, that was news earlier this morning. Like PSTV had a very big spike. How do people find these? How do people get involved in these? They obviously have a news scanner. 7:30 a.m., PSTV comes on out. PSTV came on out at 7:30 and 25 seconds. Guess what happened? At the time of 7:30 and 25 seconds, the stock goes on a very nice spike and rip and run. So, if you can find news the moment it comes on out, you will be able to get in and make money on the upside. Now, some people say, well, every time, again, I see a stock go on a spike, I'm too late. Well, that's okay, because not every play is going to spike and hold up its gains. A lot of plays are going to spike and dump on down. So you might use Fox Runner as in, hey, this is going to be giving me all the entries to buy. Some people use it as these are going to be giving me all the entries to short. Whatever spikes on up, I'll dump on down. It also, again, is going to allow you to be able to get in early, and not every play is going to crash either. Some plays spike, pull back, spike up even higher. We see stocks all the time go on big rips and runs. It's such as like OLMA, right? OLMA, if we take a look over on this play, go back to like a 15-minute time frame, you might see a spike, a dump, and then you get filled and you make money all the way on up. So it's about the people who are in the know, the people who have access to this information first, so you can use it to get in early. You can use it to go ahead and be able to find the best shorts, or you can use it to be able to get in early, get a dip buy, and be able to hold stocks for the biggest rips and runs. Those are the ones that, of course, you guys want to be watching. So how does this work right here? For anyone who needs help, news comes out every single day at 7 a.m. 7 a.m., 7:30, and 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, or 7 a.m., 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. That every 30 minutes are going to be the big press release waves. Every 30 minutes, there's going to be big news. There's going to be big waves. Little heads on up, NDRA getting some hype. NDRA right now demonstrates. That's a key word. Let's see NDRA. I see that one slightly moving on up. Guys, NDRA right now getting a little bit of momentum. Keep that one on your back burner. That one's trying to creep its way on up right now over on NDRA. Write that one on down if you guys haven't. You can see the study demonstrates, which is a nice keyword. Again, what do I mean by keywords? Keywords are going to be words that are going to bring in attention. You only demonstrate things you are good at. You only demonstrate success. Demonstrates in the stock market is very good. Just like awarded is good. Or again, Nvidia right here. Look at AUID. AUID again. It has the word Nvidia. It's trying to get some hype towards it. It's trying to get some momentum behind it, right? Nvidia is one of those keywords. So the thing is, if you can, again, find these press releases first, that's how you guys can make some money. So the way this, again, and I know I'm giving you guys like a little bit of a broader view about this, is we can understand. If you said, hey, what is going to be the best stock every single morning? That's a very difficult question. There are always 10,691 stocks available to trade. How in the world am I supposed to tell you what is the best play every single morning? That's a very difficult thing to do. So what I need to do is I need to think about what makes stocks rip and run. Out of 10,691 plays, I want to be thinking about what are going to be the stocks that I care about. Well, I care about the fast movers. I care about the stocks that are going to spike 50, 100% every single day. So those are probably going to be plays, guys, that are going to be $20 and under, $30 and under, right? If I just did that, we already cut away 4,000 stocks. We just went from 10,000 stocks to 6,100 stocks. Now, on top of that, let's say we know stocks that have 200 million in float are not going to go on very big spikes. So we're going to look for, again, lower float plays here. And again, we could even, if we want to filter it out, we can filter it out by the lowest float stocks right here. But what we can also do is just say, hey, let's go with under 20 million in float. So now we essentially have 1,500 stocks. We just filtered out about 8,000 different stocks. But now we're saying to ourselves, all right, well, tell me what's the best play out of the 1,500 stocks available. Well, we know stocks only move when people buy them. We know that stocks only get hype and momentum and action when people have a reason. This is the reason. So what I do every single day, and again, you don't have to do it every day, it saves it, but I go over to additional filters. And when I go over to additional filters, I put float on 0, or you could put 1, so 0 or 1 or whatever, and then I put 20 million. Now again, if I got rid of this, right? If I got rid of this and clicked apply, I would get every single press release. I do not care about press releases that are 97 million in float, 261 million in float. These plays do not move as much. So what I always do is go over float, type in 0 to 20 million in float, and this is going to give me the stocks that I want. And I think that's one too many zeros. So now this is now filtering it on out to that 1,500 plays that are available. Now, out of those 1,500 plays that are available, we have, of course, only the ones that are coming out with news. This just came on out. 813, HOTH. HOTH, about 12 million float, was just accepted into the Nvidia Connect program. Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw this press release over on AUID. AUID joins the Nvidia Connect program. AUID is trying to get a little bit of hype. We're seeing the same thing over on HOTH. HOTH accepted into the Nvidia program. HOTH most likely going to spike and most likely going to dump. But hey, Deck, how did you just find this stock, which just started getting buying volume? I'm looking for stocks that are hot, stocks that have a reason, and us finding them first is now going to give us the best entry. How many times have you guys ever put in on, how many times have you guys ever, saw a stock after it spiked up 200% and said, man, I wish I knew about this one earlier? This is how you know about it earlier. So the thing is, this is what you got to do. Now, what are the settings? Leave it on market. You get everything. Stock type, leave it open. I only look at news right here. I don't really care about filings as much. Then the star ratings. The star ratings are not always going to be like, okay, there's a 3-star, I must buy it. The star ratings here is to help you understand what is a probable good press release. So when we see the words, let's go with phase 3, positive, top of the line, significant, demonstrates, treatment, drug trials, collaboration, successful, significance, agreements, partnerships, collaborations. These are all good keywords. If a company, for instance, if a company says we were awarded a very big contract, the odds are it's going to move up. If someone says on out and says, hey, we have improvements in our drug trials, the odds are that stock is going to move on up. So you could see, as the stars get bigger, it's a better keyword. Sometimes you have accepts. We're accepted into the Nvidia program, right? Accepted into the Nvidia program, 1 star. So it's not like the giant press release in the world, but it's still very solid. It's still a very solid press release, but it's not amazing. But the odds are it's probably going to move up a little bit. Now, it's not, 3-star press release comes on out, stock is going to go crazy. But it definitely does help, okay? Now, you can change those stars in any way that you guys want, but you can see what makes, MKL right here. MKL has 3 stars. Why does it have 3 stars? Because it does have the word collaboration. Anything that's kind of highlighted in orange is going to tell you what's the star word. So you can see 1 star, 3 star, collaboration, 1 star, signs. So you basically are knowing right away, hey, is it super important or not? Now, the other big thing is you can add your own keywords right here. Now, what keywords do I add? Basically, what I add is I just add all the 3-star words. The 3-star words is I know those are the most important. So I want those to stand out to me. Those are the ones I like. Now, the way I do it is anything in gold is what I really like. I like the words meaningful, awarded, approval, has groundbreaking, positive results, has positive phase 3 trials on groundbreaking results. It has to work with top of the line data. Anything in yellow is what I really like, right? Anything in red, I tend to stay away from. Hey, we have results that could potentially solve this issue. So you have nothing. We are going to talk about our results on our upcoming meeting. Okay, that doesn't mean for us today. Hey, a stock is coming out with an offering. Okay, I probably want to stay away from that play. So I do have gold, which I love. Then I have yellow or a red that I stay away from. And then again, I kind of just switch some other colors up here and there. Again, you can get your own little system. Now, what makes it easy? What makes it easy is now, again, when I'm looking at this news scanner, we are filtering out 10,000 different stocks to only the 1,500 best plays. Now, the moment that these 1,500 plays come out with news, we are going to see it right away. But how can we see it? Well, now we could see it by saying, what are the ones with the best stars and which are the ones that are standing out the most? Because you know what makes it very difficult? It makes it very difficult here if, let's say, I turn off all the stars here. If I turn off all the stars, right? And let's say keywords, let's turn off all the keywords. It's very tough to know what's the best press release right here, isn't it? It's very tough. Like, it all looks the same. So again, if you just have a normal news scanner, it's tough to know what's good or not. Because it's like, what's good? I don't know what's good or not. But again, if we add, say, you know what? Let's add the stars here so we get a little bit of a difference of, okay, maybe I should focus more on this one or focus more on this one. And then if I add the keywords, now again, my eyes are automatically attracted to the words that I want. Then on top of that here, traders, guess what else we can do? We can add voice alerts. So you guys could see there's on these, breakthrough, survival, top of the line, success. Those have voice alerts on them. So the moment, again, they come on out, you guys have probably heard it through the desktop before, it'll read it out loud to me. So remember, in stock trading, it's all about first come, first serve. In stock trading, it's all about who gets in first, who makes the most amount of money. So now if I have the news the moment it comes on out, and I have a voice alert telling me that's a hot play, and it's drawing my eyes to the play, the 3-star press releases, and of course, again, the ones in gold, it's hard for me to miss a play. That's why every single day, that's why, again, I'm able to alert these plays so quickly to you. So if you're ever, again, wondering in chat, if you're ever wondering on Twitter or X or on Instagram or wherever, and you're asking yourself saying, man, how does this guy alert so fast? It's because I get every answer literally given to me. And let's say I miss one. If I miss a play, I just click over here and it's posted right away. So again, their program posts the best ones as well every single morning here. So the moment it comes on out, like HOTH, acceptance into the Nvidia program. As we know, HOTH right here. Again, acceptance in a video program. So you have this, you have everything. This is why I love this so much. It tells me the best ones, and obviously there's a ton of other, information as well over here, but that's how I use it every single day. You guys can also just download the keyword list. there is a download keyword list button, and you guys can get, the entire list of keywords as well, so that you guys will be all set, ready to rock and roll. So like this is the list right here of all the keywords over on FoxRunner, so that you guys do have them and of course know what to be able to look for. But you can change it to whatever you want. You can make it bigger floats if you want to. You can make it bigger stocks. Like, hey, Deck, I only want to look at like blue chip plays. If you only want to look at blue chip plays, that's absolutely fine. Get rid of the float. Change the stocks, saying I want to look for stocks that are $20 and higher. $20 and higher, guess what? Now you're looking for stocks that are $20 and higher that are coming out with some sort of news, So $20 all the way up to whatever, $1,000. Now you're going to be able to get all of these, different changes, and it's just going to be a lot better. So you guys can be able to break it down any way that you guys want to be able to use it, but that's how I use it every single day to be able to get things. And that's why, again, you guys can see I get more excited about this. But what I'm really pumped about, as I already stated, is it might be today, it might be tomorrow, whenever they're adding another way for you guys to never miss a play. And what is that? That's the mobile app. So the mobile app here is the moment news comes out, if you're not looking at your scanner and you don't have a voice alert and you're not looking at the news alerts, it will now also be sent to your phone. So if you have a keyword, it says, hey, your keyword vaccine update, bada boom. Hey, new research shows promising result, whatever your keyword is. So now it's going to be sent to your phone as well. So it's like, there's no way in history that we will not be able to know every single stock. There's no way in history that you will not be able to know every single breakout. There's no way possible that you guys cannot be aware of every hot mover. If that's you just being aware of it, you again buying in on it right away, you shorting it at the top, or you getting involved in a dip buy. Every single way possible to make money, you have it now. That's why, again, I love it so much. That's why I use this. That's why, again, it's so great. So I do want you guys to be able to understand how to be able to use it every single day so that you guys are all good. Now, again, FoxRunner, will be using, having Black Friday sales coming on up. So if you guys have not signed up yet, or again, are thinking about signing up, next week they do have their Black Friday sale, and that's going to be awesome. And I believe next week is when their app comes out as well, which is going to be absolutely great. So make sure that you guys are all set, ready to get after it. But that's, again, how to be able to get after it every day. I did see this as well here, traders. They do have a Discord that I am part of. So I have a Discord over here that I am a part of, and I don't know if you guys have saw it or not. But again, they post a lot of great alerts over here. And one of the alerts that they kind of posted is FoxRunner current mobile current roadmap. Mobile app coming on out 11-20. So again, 11-20 is today. So they might be coming on out with the mobile app today. They're coming out with a brand new homepage that could be coming out today. Bug fixes that are going to be coming out today. But then they're also adding a watch list. Add any stock on your watch list and receive notification/push alerts whenever that stock or news comes on out. So you can add stocks to a watch list. The moment it comes out with news, it gets sent to your phone. They also have API integration, expanding our news outlet to over 10 sources. Onboarding, new video library, tutorial, custom layouts, FoxRunner investment guide, news alerts, and watch lists for the mobile app. You can see also, we are very excited. We just landed a deal with one of the largest news distributors. We will now be getting more news than 99% of other release scanners. We are going straight to the source, no delay, no missed press releases. That's going to be big. And you can see the last press release was last thing that says our app has been sent to the for approval, and that was 2 days ago. So I don't know if the app is done just yet. I will say, again, throwing this out here, I do work with FoxRunner as well, giving ideas, being part of the team, being able to, again, help them be able to grow. So at the same time, I do just want to kind of throw that out there, just want to be transparent. At the same time, I'm very excited to get that app once it comes on out. So if you guys have not, again, make sure you guys check that on out this Black Friday, foxrunner.com. Channel guide, does that help? I kind of went into a little bit of a longer tangent of probably just saying what are your settings. but I just want to make sure every single person understands how to be able to use it. And of course, for you to be able to understand how to use it and why it's so beneficial and why, of course, you know, everyone should be having it. So if you have any questions right now, please let me know. I do not believe the app is out yet, though. It's not out yet. They are going to be the first scanning company with a real-time news scanner on your phone. So that's big. First scanning company with a real-time news scanner on your phone with push alerts. Basically, the whole entire desktop, you can have it on your phone. So it just like goes, you can just plop it up. If you guys are going to sign up to Fox Runner, please use the word Foxy. That is my promo word. So again, I do get a little credit if you guys use the word Foxy. And you guys do get 30% off as well. So Foxy does give you 30% off over on Fox Runner, little heads up. And I do get a little cut of that. So I appreciate, you know, everyone who uses the word Foxy. All right, hey, we got 9:26 in the market. 4 minutes until this market opens on up. 4 minutes, everybody. 4 minutes until the next press release wave. Excuse me. Next press release wave, 4 minutes. MNDR, nothing. AUID. Remember here, traders. AUID, this play at this time, right? When we take a look over on AUID, this is one we definitely want to be watching. This play came out with that Nvidia Connect program. At the same time with this Nvidia Connect program right here, I do want you guys to realize that it's not Nvidia partnering with them. Regardless, Nvidia had a great earnings, so maybe AUID just gets some hype and it goes a little crazy. But I will say this play most likely will not hold up as well as we think. It might get a little crazy, it might go a little wild, but we'll keep our eyes peeled on it. Guys, we got AUID right now. AUID 50-day moving average is 263. 263. That's the 50-day moving average. All right, team, we got about 2 minutes here looking for this next move. All right, here, team, let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to rock here. AUID. AUID, again, this is the issue I have. Number one, the press release we saw at the time of 8 o'clock isn't that good. AUID joins Nvidia Connect program. Joins its program. Not Nvidia's joining at. We already talked about that. Then on top of that here, team, what do you guys realize? You guys can also see AUID has a massive resistance at the 50-day moving average. Top resistance, 50-day moving average. Top resistance, 50-day moving average. At let's say 830 we pop. We come up towards above 250. You get above 250, that's going to be strong resistance. So that's going to be strong resistance on that play Deck, would you short this one? I'm thinking about it. Gonna take a look right now. AUID, how much are shares to short if I want to pull the trigger? Let's say I want to short this one. Let's go to Inquire All. Let's say 5,000. Locate lowest. Cancel. Gonna cost me 20 bucks. I'll accept that. 5,000 shares. Inquire. I got denied the first time. Cancel. AUID, I only got accepted 800 shares. You know, AUID, I do think it's going to start fading and falling here soon. Let's see if anything else, comes on out. It is 8:30 at this moment. Let's see if anything is starting to spike. If you guys see anything ripping and running, as always, feel free to throw it out there. DPRO. Anything on DPRO? No. Anything? We have PMEC. PMEC, no. Repurchase program. A lot of times when a stock comes out with a repurchase program, it does get hype. So again, we have right here, traders, take a look at this. It says AVX announces authorization of a $40 million share repurchase program. Repurchase is one of my keywords. Now, what does that mean? It usually means the insiders, the company, will purchase $40 million worth of shares. Well, what do you think that does to the stock? What that does to the stock, it makes the stock spike. What that does to the stock, it makes the stock climb. So that usually happens. We also have ONDS right now. ONDS starting to get some hype. Let's see ONDS at this moment, traders. If we take a look over on this play, 1 minute ago, ONDS did come out with a little bit of ripping and running over on this stock. So ONDS does come out with a $35 million strategic investment to the performance drone work. So ONDS did just come out with a $35 million strategic investment. Now, this one's very light on volume, but it is kind of creeping its way on up. So we do have ONDS with some news. I would say AVX does not have a lot of hype right now, but keep it on watch, okay? If we break 160, maybe we start kind of picking things on up. I do like AVX's press releases more. Very light volume, but it's a good press release, right? Just, understand that. Write that out. Light volume, but again, but a good press release. ONDS, this also has very light volume, slight little move on up. These are kind of like the top two I'm seeing at 8:30. Yeah, the float is massive, though. 361 million. Because I know, again, a lot of people right now, people are saying, oh, Deck, why is ONDS not showing up on Fox Runner? It's because, again, I have it set from 0 to 20 million in float. ONDS is a 361 million in float. So that's why it's not really like on my top of the board, watch list right now. Let's see if, can AVX start moving? This is, again, one of those this is like one of those weird ones, guys. Like, if this one starts spiking, you can see it's gone from 140 up to 160. But I just want to be open with you. I want to be honest with you. I like plays where the insiders, the company says, we are going to purchase $40 million. If we purchase $40 million worth of shares, the only option is that the stock can go up. That's it. Do you guys not realize that? If someone says, hey, I'm purchasing $40 million of AVX, where do you think AVX is going? Up. So even though there's not much volume and I'm kind of being cautious about it, I am expecting that this stock could easily start squeezing and start going crazy. I just don't want everyone to jump in on it. It turns into a big pump and dump, So I kind of want to wait to see if volume moves into it. But these are the type of press releases I do like. So now it's, 163. See AVX, guys, AVX 163. Let's see if all of a sudden it starts moving on up to like 170. Let's see if it starts creeping on up towards 180. See how this one's a slow little creeper? See how this one's like a slow little creeper right here? And repurchase is one of those keywords I like. So I have that in purple because I've seen this many times. When a stock repurchases shares, the only option is up. So that's why I do have it as like a highlighted word in my eyes. Let's see if the bids keep growing on this. Let's see if the bids keep on growing. Right now, I think we're good. Anyone see anything spiking big, though? Right now, I'm not seeing anything massive at this time. So a little bit of that pop up towards 170. Again, we're just kind of, staying aware. Staying aware right now. So AVX just watching MNDR, PACS, AUID, MAGN, CRNC. I feel like SGBX is still a little creeper. SGBX was the stock from yesterday, right? So SGBX, just little heads on up. This was one of those best plays from yesterday. Something that you always want to do is be aware of previous top gainers. Always be aware of stocks that can continue to push itself back on up. So I would even write out at this moment stocks to just be aware of, right? These are kind of plays that I would say are notable to watch. We have SGBX going from $4 up to $8. This play up towards $6, $7 could easily bring in hype and momentum. We also, remember GLMO, right? Or what was the one from 3 days ago? Wasn't it GLMA? Someone help me out. What was the stock from 3 days ago that went from $8 all the way up towards $38? Which is the one I'm thinking of? I even typed it out earlier. I'm just having a little brain fart because I think of, again, so many letters every single day. OLMA. Thank you. OLMA. I would say OLMA, keep this one on watch today. The thing is, OLMA, these are going to be plays, right? So we have stocks gone from $8 up to $38, back on down to $18. I wouldn't be shocked if we start seeing maybe a little bit of a rip and a run. I wouldn't be shocked if maybe we start seeing OLMA start spiking its way back up to 23, 24, maybe starts getting some hype. So if I were you, I would definitely write down right now on your watch list, OLMA. Keep that one on watch, previous top gainer. SGBX, maybe setting itself up into a little head and shoulders pattern. Has room to run up towards around that 720 mark. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Definitely could start turning from there. Break of 720, a lot of hype and momentum can come on through. I would still write on down AVX to see if AVX could creep its way on up right now. Very light volume, but probably one of my favorite press releases of the day. MNDR is unfortunately done with. PACS, I believe, had an earnings last night, a little bit slow and steady. AUID, we've just been a little bit slow, right? It's been a little bit slow, hasn't it, this week? This has not been the hottest week in the stock market. This has not been the most wild week so far. We are trying our best to stay alert, to stay ready, to put ourselves in the best positions that we possibly can. All right, team. Not too bad, not too shabby, though. Good morning to everyone. Hey, this has been the first full week of jumping on the mic nice and early. And you know what I like doing? I like this. I love this. And I hope, again, more traders start realizing this. I went to the New York Stock Exchange. I went to the New York Stock Exchange last month. And I've told our members this before, but I think it's so important I tell everyone this. When I went to the New York Stock Exchange, I talked to the traders that work on the floor. And at 9 in the morning, it was hectic. It was crazy. At 9:30, it was hectic. It was a little wild. At 9:45, there was nobody left. No one was there. The guys were playing Candy Crush on their phones. And I was like, what are you guys doing all day? They're like, oh, we do all of our trades in pre-market and right at the bell. Now we have the next 4 to 5 hours. We'll go lifting. We'll go fishing. We'll go do some fun things in New York. And then we got to be back around 3 o'clock for the last hour of the day. So I was like, hold on a second. You guys do all your trading in the morning in pre-market, then right at the bell, and then usually by like 9:45 you guys are done? They said, yeah. And they go, why would you trade in the middle of the day? Nothing's happening. And I said, thank you. Because I know so many people want to trade all day. Guys, it isn't just me. I literally, if you go to just go to the New York Stock Exchange. Nobody is there. No traders are even there. From the time of 10:15 to 2:45. All the money is made when news comes out, when there's developments, when there's earnings, when there's whatever. But that's pre-market into the start of the day. Then the last hour, we could definitely be able to see a little bit of movement. But there is nothing, usually nothing, from 10:30 all the way to 2:30. So this is why I love being up this early. And I hope you guys have been loving the fact of being up this early. You guys are loving the fact of Ken, being here. BNKK had an earnings report. Taking a look at it. BNKK, very, very tiny. I mean, that's up to you. Zoolander, I appreciate the alert. That's really up to you if you guys want to get involved on a 15-cent stock. Very, 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 very tiny over on BNKK. Very, very little. Daniel, isn't this market crashing? Not right now. Market actually, again, is all the way back on up in the 670s. Nvidia, again, came out with some great earnings yesterday, and the market's back. Yesterday, we had the Fear and Greed Index. Let's type it in. Fear and Greed Index was at 9. Now, what are we at? Fear and Greed Index. We were at 14. So there's still a lot of fear in the market. But I can almost guarantee that this meter is going to start, swinging its way back over to fear and neutral pretty soon. A very easy way to be able to trade, a very easy way to invest is when you see there's extreme fear, it's usually the time to dip buy. Why is that? Because fear happens when the market's falling. When the market has a high fear or a low number, which is high fear, it's usually the perfect dip buy. Yesterday, the Fear and Greed Index was at a 9. That was the lowest it's been since April. Guess what happened? If you bought when the Fear and Greed Index was at a 9, you bought at the lowest price of the year. Yesterday, it was at a 9. Now we're bouncing back on up. This is one of my favorite indicators to know when to dip buy. When the fear is high, when the fear is embracing, when people are nervous to trade, it's usually the best time to get involved. Why is that? Because when there's fear, it means the market's falling. But when the market's falling, it usually means, guess what here, traders? It's the best time to go ahead and start pulling the trigger. Hey, well, I like buying when the stock market is at the highest it's ever been. Guys, that sounds like an awful time to get involved in. Oh, yeah, we just hit new record highs. There's a lot of confidence in the market. Yeah, that doesn't mean you want to go ahead and load the boat at the highest area it's ever been. Yeah, we gotta think this through a little bit more. So let's make sure we're doing everything correct, everything right. All it takes is one big spike here today, guys. All it takes is one big move here today. Let's get ready to wake up. SPY, looking for this one to pop. As of now, our number one top gainer is a 60% gain, and that is over on PACS. Now, remember, this morning, PACS did have, and it was actually last night, I believe. Let me actually scroll down here. So let's see here. Here it is. PACS. PACS reports third quarter 2025 results. PACS reports third quarter 2025 results. Revenue was $1.35 billion, an increase of 31% year over year. Net income was $52.3 million. Year to date, revenue was $3.9 billion, an increase of 36%. Full year revenue was $4.9 billion, an increase of 31%. So you guys could see PACS did have a good press release, and PACS right here is starting to squeeze. So PACS, we might be able to get a trade over here just because we have some movement. Remember, I don't care what we trade. I don't fall in love with stocks. I'm not like, oh guys, I only trade GameStop. No, I don't do that. I trade whatever is moving, whatever has the hype, whatever has the action. Right now, we just spiked up to 28.62, which is right next to that 28.75 mark. This stock is already shortable. I would say little pops above $28. You can go ahead and look for some shorts. And at the same time, if the stock ever hits a brand new high of the day, we get out. So I'm thinking 28.10. Go ahead and do 100 shares. 28.20. 100 shares. I'm going to go ahead and look for some possible entries. 28.40. 100 shares. 28.50. 100 shares. I like trying to get involved. Guys, I'm getting a little, as I said, I'm getting a little eager. I want to have some fun here today. I'm going to start getting involved in my first little trades here. PACS just went on a pop, as we know. PACS just broke 25, went from 25 to 26 to 27 to 28 up towards 28.30. I'm going to see if we can basically hold $28.75, $29 as the high and reverse on down. So I'm, again, going to look for a little bit of shorts here, see if this stock can fall. And I want to have some fun. I want to get myself involved. So PACS up 68%. Number one top gainer of the day. 39 million in float. Getting myself involved in some shorts. And let's see if, again, we can start making a little bit of money here. I want to trade. There is no fee to be able to short as well. No fee. PACS here. Deck, do we have any past chart history pattern that could slow down this play? A lot of times, $28.75 to $29 will be strong resistance. So, I'm watching this one closely. I do have 400 shares filled on the stock at the price of $28.30. Currently down 20 cents. Let's see what we can do over on this play here. So, I will say this. A lot of times, $28.75 to $29 usually holds up as a resistance line. Where am I coming up with that? That's usually just from past chart history. That's usually from, again, my past experience. That's usually just from me being in the market for a long time, that I do realize that when a stock goes from $5 to $8.75, $9, it falls. Usually when a stock goes from $11 to $18.75, it usually falls. When a stock goes from, again, $20 and runs up to $28.75, $29, it tends to fall. So a lot of times when a stock, again, spikes on up towards around that $28.75 mark, it just usually tends to fall. It's just one of those weird things. So there's no other option. There's no other reason why I'm doing that other than just from my past experience. From my past experience. Right now, you guys can see $28.90 is that high. I am short right now, 400 shares, currently up $176. What would be a good target for us? Good target would be if this one can come back on down towards low 27s. You know, we start coming back on down to like, $27. We can make, $400 or so. We fall another 50 cents, be able to lock this out. So maybe, again, $27.20. We can start, kind of warming up a little bit on this day. Fall another 40 cents. We're up $176 right now. So we're going to see if we can keep on fading on down here. Crack the 27.50s. Get a nice little red candle. Remember, we did have good earnings, but the stock just got a little overextended. We did have some good earnings. Stock got a little overextended. Let's see if we can get a crack of 27.50 and we can take some profits after that. So we did just nail the top, which is nice. Taking a look, PACS did just get this nice pop. We got filled at the highest level that we possibly could. Looking for a little bit of reversal and crack back on down. Push ourselves up over $300, $400 on this day on a 27.50 crack. See if we get that sell-off. 27.54, 53, 56, 53. Let's see if we can drop. Let's see if we can crack here. 52. Let's just get that crack. Drop on down another 20 cents. Push ourselves up, $300, $400 on this play. 27.50. It looks like it's almost getting ready for that crack. We just got to be able to fall underneath that line. 27.50, 20. Oh, guys, I saw a couple quick little $27. 27.60 here. I mean, guys, I saw a quick little lower shadows right there. Still holding a little bit. BNNK going bananas. BNNK was an earnings report right here, or BNKK, I believe it is. BNKK, stock's 15 cents up to 25 cents. So the stock is slowly trying to progress its way on up here, right? Still not a bad play in any sort of way. BNKK, again, earnings play, trying to work itself on up. Earnings stock, trying to get a little bit of hype here. PACS, that is the stock right now that I'm looking at. We still got 10 minutes until the next press release wave as well. 10 minutes until the next press release wave. You know what's also very good is that PACS, this one is already shortable. See how there's an S here? It means it's already shortable, which means we don't have to pay a fee to short it. So I can right now here, traders, just a little heads up, lock in $172 if I want to. And the thing is, like, that's okay. Like, there's no issue with that. Like, there's no fee. So it's nice to be able to know that there's no fee. We fell on down at 2750. That 2750 mark, guys, that is the strong resistance line or support line we're looking for the crack of. So we would like to see that 2750 crack. First trade of the day here. Deck, what do you, again, my goal, if we can fall underneath 2750, that is where I know I could be able to make some good money. So you can either lock in profits at 2750, or you can enter at 2750, or you could say, hey, I'm going to hold for the potential crack of 2750. Really up to you. So it's either lock in profits when you get down to the 2760s, 2750s. Look for a dip buy and bounce play off 2760s, 2750s. Or again, hold your shorts to the possible crack of 2760, 2750. All possible options. Right now we're up $120. I could just take that right now, but you know what? I want to have a little fun. I want to have a little fun. As I said, I want to get a little crazy today. I want to unbutton some things. I want to bring out the whipped cream today. So right now here, traders, let's see if we get that crack underneath 2750, 2760, 2750s, guys, 2750s, 43s, 40s, 30s, 20s. $352. Let's see if we get a little weaker here. 27. All right, guys, I'm going to take my gains. All right, very small, but again, makes me happy. I just wanted to prove a point. I guess, again, I just wanted my point to be made. So I'll take a little bit of gains. I'll take a little bit of profit. I know 2750 still holding on up. But you know what? 5-minute trade, $240. Not saying it's Lamborghini money. Better than nothing, though. Again, how long was that trade? Trade was 5 minutes long. Made $240. Not bad. You know what I used to think about all the time? Yeah, like, I used to sit, so in the world of stock trading, sometimes I would make this type of trade, like a very small trade, and I would be like, nah, whatever. And then I would end up going and losing it. All right, team. Most of you guys know my history. But if you don't know my history, is when I was 18, 19 years old, 20 years old, I used to work at a ski resort. And the ski resort I'd work at, I would push people in their tubing down the mountain. I would say, hey, guys, sit down, put your legs, feet in the vehicle at all times. You know, if you want me to spin, you go, right? Have fun. That's basically what I did. I was a person that just put people in a tube, pushed them down the mountain. Guess what I got paid? $8 an hour. I got paid $8 an hour when I was 19 years old. I would be there for about 10-hour shifts. Outside, in the winter, pushing people down a tube. I would make $80 throughout a 10-hour shift. I am never going to complain with what we call baby gains of $240. I just made $240 in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I used to work 10 hours for $80. I did nothing but click a button and I made $240. So while this is not, again, Lamborghini money, I still don't ever complain with it because I know it's adding and it's free and it's easy, right? I'm trying to make something out of nothing right here. MNDR, MAGN, GIGW, CRNC. So I'm never going to be discouraged with profits. Take them singles. I like it. Singles are great. Singles are absolutely fantastic. Absolutely here, traders. 854 in the market right here and right now. Traders, does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? Please let me know. Also, I made a video about 4 years ago about that 875 rule. If you come on over here and you just type in 875, come over to Tradecaster, type in 8.75 here, and I think it's actually in, where is this at here? The classic lessons. Look at this. If you click, oh, look at this, guys. Classic lessons. This was from 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I made this video, and I went over how 875 usually leads to reversals. How funny is that? 7 years ago, I came out with this video. I said, usually at 875, we usually tend to see reversals. It's not just 875. It's also 1875. It's also 2875. Why did I short it? I shorted this from a video that I made 7 years ago. The same exact strategy still work. The same exact strategy still work. Isn't that funny? PACS. Hey, Jazz, what do you think about AUID? AUID right here, I would have to re-break 250. Gets above 250, that's where we start seeing some momentum. I would say, let's see what comes on out at 9 o'clock. 9 a.m., let's see what we get. I'm starving, though. Let's... Enrique! Can I get a full breakfast spread? I want the full spread. I want the full spread. I want pancakes. I want toast. I want eggs. I want bacon. I want fruits. I want vegetables. I want a burrito. I want the full entire spread. I want everything. Okay? Come on up here. How long? 15, 20 minutes? Okay, 15, 20 minutes. Give me the full spread. Everything you got in the kitchen, I want it made. Give me the works. All right, thank you. Can't trade on an empty stomach. You can't. I got this question probably more than any other question out there. This is probably the number one question I get. They say, hey, you're 6'2". You're absolutely in incredible shape. You're extremely good looking. Again, I get it. Guys, I get it. I get it. How do you do it? And I will say 90% of it is diet. So what I recommend for every single person is, if you guys can or cannot, a private chef usually costs around $5,000 a week. Okay, that's about $20,000 a month. I know not everyone can afford a private chef, so I think it's very important that everyone goes and takes out business loans for a private chef for $100,000 or so, and then again, you can get really fit. And as you get very fit, you're going to be thinking right. You're going to be thinking more confident. You're going to be thinking more correctly, and you're going to be having great food. So you're going to then translate that into better trading. So let's think about this here. The game plan. The game plan is business loan from bank, $100,000, paying $20,000 a month for private chef. We're going to be able to get about 5 months out of our private chef. That's going to make us absolutely fit and good looking. We're going to have more dates. We're going to have more relationships. We're going to feel more confident. We're going to look good. It's going to translate to better trading. Are you guys with me? Some people don't like the plan. Some people don't like the plan. Hey, Deck, how am I supposed to pay back my $100,000 with your trading profits, silly? You have a better diet now. AUID starting to drop here a little bit. With your trading profits, silly. Flip in Texas say, I just joined for the first time. Who is this guy? Who am I? I'm your worst fucking nightmare. That's who I am. You again put me back in the corner. I'm coming out guns blazing. Nothing but swinging haymakers. I'm getting knocked out first round or knocking you out first round. I'm coming out with absolutely nothing. Nothing with honey all over my body. Ready to again jump straight into the market. I can't confuse you until I confuse myself. I got nothing to lose. I'm eating nothing but red meat for a year straight. I'm feeling absolutely electric. Go outside, photosynthesis, breathe in the air, cold plunging, baby, hot sauna, baby, trading nothing but the best. You're looking at greatness. Who am I? Who are you? Who are you? Get this fucking out of my face. You're tuned in. You came across a crevice of the internet you weren't ready for. You came across a little bit of a YouTube algorithm that said, you know what, let's put this in this guy's face. Let's see if, again, he can handle the truth. If you can't handle it, back out. If you can't handle it, click that red X. Because the people here, they can. Can we get back to stock trading, please? It's 9 o'clock. Let's do it. JAGX. JAGX trying to get some hype. ONMD right now trying to get some hype. Trying to see secures $50 million. FCNA. FCNCA. Anything at 9? ALUR? ALUR right here? Anything? No. Come on now. Come on, 9 o'clock. I want to see where this momentum is going to take us. Give us something good. I like the energy you're bringing today. Bring more energy, Chaz. More Red Bull. For anyone who does not know, this again, the live stream today is sponsored by Red Bull. Red Bull is the only drink that is going to give you a clear mind so you can talk with ease and, again, talk with precision. The live stream today is sponsored by Red Bull. Red Bull is going to lock you in. Red Bull is going to lock you the fuck in. The Red Bull. Thank you for Red Bull for sponsoring the stream today. We appreciate you guys. MNDR, MAGN. I'm looking for more action. I'm looking for anything. Right now I'm up $240. Let's get ready to go. Kareem, can't handle the truth, buddy. Kareem, you can't handle the truth. It's all good. You're all, I remember when I was just like you. AUID, MAGN, PACS. All right, team, we are still looking for the best breakout of the day. The best runner, the best climber, the best ripper. We don't have anything just yet. We have all of the best plays in front of us. All of the hottest news in front of us. CRNC is the best press release today with a 27% gain. Barely anything. AUID 25, EXAS 17. LTL, top gainer. Oh, I don't even think that is actually up that high. Let's see. LTL. Yeah, that's it looks like a reverse stock split. It looks like a stock split that, is happening, so I would ignore that one. SOND right here. Is this like another stock split? Yeah, SOND is another split. So it's like we just been having some stock splits, and then we go over to PACS. And PACS had earnings last night. Is it a good time to buy BNKK? Not my type of play. I don't like playing stocks that are 20 cents. The reason why I don't like playing stocks that are 15, 20 cents, I'll give you exactly why I'm not the biggest fan. It's because there is no predictability behind it. Let me ask you a question. Who plays 15 to 10 cent stocks? People who have very small accounts. I'm not saying that this is, 100% true, but it's most likely true. If you have a very small account, it's most likely because you're a brand new trader. If you're a brand new trader, you don't know support. You don't know resistance. You don't know indicators. You don't know the proper way that stocks should move. How can I predict the stock market? Because I know where past chart history is at. I know where support's at. I know where resistance is at. I know where reversals are at. Everyone follows the same rules. Everyone sells here. Everyone buys here. That's how we can predict the stock market. When you trade with new traders with small accounts, there's a lack of predictability. People buy wherever the heck they want. People sell wherever the heck they want. There's not like them following the rules. Deck, how did you go ahead and be able to make money over on PACS? I shorted at 28.75. Now, why did I know at 28.75? Because if I know people that are trading a $28 stock probably have some money. And if they have some money, they probably know what they're doing in the stock market. And if they know what they're doing, we all follow the same amount of rules. 28.75, we all short. $25, we all do a dip buy. Everyone knows the rules, which allows us to make money. The people that lose in the stock market are usually the people that don't understand the rules, are trying to make their own rules in the game. You know what's not a fun game? It's not fun if you go over to the local park trying to play a pickup game of basketball and kids are tackling each other. Kids are picking up the ball. They're punting it across. It's like, what are we doing? I'm just wasting my time. I like playing a legitimate game. Everyone knows the rules. People are competitive. It makes the game flow smoother. So right now, we are doing everything we need to do right. Sitting back, staying alert, putting ourselves in the best positions. Only the best. After Nvidia, I expect to see better runs today. Absolutely. Nvidia here, PACS. All right, traders, I'm giving everyone, we're going to take a quick little 10-minute break before this market opens on up. Quick little 10-minute break. Get your cup of coffee. Relieve yourself from your insides. Make sure you guys are all set, ready to go, because we have a big day ahead. Let's get ready to trade. Let's get ready to profit. Let's get ready to make this money. Every single person, smash that thumbs up right now. I don't care where you're watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button. Hit some other buttons on the screen, just so, again, you can continue to click things. I know that's fun. And I will see everyone back here in about 10 minutes. Okay? 10 minutes. Let's get ready to work. Let's get ready to get after it. Let's get ready for some fun. See everyone back here very soon. Take a quick little breather. Let's get ready to see what we have. And let's get ready for an amazing day coming on up. Lock in. See you guys back here in just a little bit.
Agreement. Agreement.
We're back, baby. We are back. It is right now 9:20 in the market. Obviously excited to see, of course, what this day is going to be bringing us. Every single trader waking up. And again, I know some of you guys at this moment are probably just waking up at this time. There probably are a few of you guys at this moment that are saying, you know what, I haven't seen again what's been going on this morning. So if you guys are just joining right now, just came out of your little slumber, if you guys just woke up from your little dreams, well, again, get ready, because I'm about to take you on a trip of a lifetime. I want you guys to grab my hand, and I want you guys to say, Deck, I'm not letting this thing go, because I want to be able to take you to Wall Street. I want to take you to the deep dives of the digital stock market right here and right now. We know at this time, the stock market has been a little slow over the past week. And the reason why it's been a little slow over the past week is because of fear. We have been seeing more fear in the market. As we've had fear, we've had more hesitation. As there is more hesitation, we are not seeing as many breakouts. As we are not seeing many more breakouts, it's leading towards us being more disciplined and us being more hesitate. It's almost like a chain of events. When everyone is spending money left and right, you're spending money left and right. When everyone's hesitant and sitting on their heels, you're hesitant and sitting on your heels. You must understand that. The people that basically stick their neck out are the ones that get absolutely roasted, right? Let's think about this in a different manner. Let's imagine here, guys, like let's think about like Area 51. All right? You know Area 51 in Nevada, they say there's like aliens there and alien technology. Let's think about this as if we had 100,000 people that said we are all going to storm Area 51 on the same day. Well, guess what? If we actually all showed up and ran at the same exact time, we probably could get in. We'd get close at least. But imagine if you were just the one random guy that was like, hey, everyone, let's do it. And then you just ran by yourself. You're getting sniped within like 3 seconds. So you know what? A lot of power comes from influence. A lot of power comes in numbers. A lot of power comes in with groups. The psychology of other people doing it, I'll do it. Right now, what's the psychology? What's the power? The power is people saying, I'm sitting on my hands. The power is I'm not putting myself out there until I see other people making money. If we just randomly trade right here and right now and say, hey, let's go ahead and jump in. We're the ones getting sniped. We're the ones, again, jumping out there. We want to trade as much as we can. And trust me when I say it, I want to get wild. I want to get crazy. I want to be getting nuts in every single way. But I'm not going to get sniped in the neck after 3 seconds of running out towards Area 51. You know what I mean? So, we know that yesterday, we had the fear and greed index at the lowest area it has been, which means there has been maximum fear since April. What's the good news? The good news is we are seeing, instead of a 9, we're at a 14. So we are moving closer to more greed, to more extreme greed. We're trying to get the needle on the opposite side because that's when there's the most crazy trading, right? We want to trade when there's everyone trading. That means more money, more volatility, more opportunity. So what was good news? Good news is Nvidia did have blowout earnings last night. I said this from the very beginning. If Nvidia does not have blowout earnings, it is the market would have crashed last night. Just a little heads up, if Nvidia missed on its earnings, it would have been a diabolical market. We would have seen crashing. We would have seen fear. We would have seen AI bubble talk. We would have seen all of this. But we didn't get any of that. Instead, we had Nvidia come out and beat its expectations higher than what we could have imagined. Expectations were broken. Nvidia went absolutely insane last night, and it brought up the entire market with it. When we scroll on down to the bottom, let's go all the way on down to the bottom here, traders. And we're going all the way back to, again, Nvidia's earnings, where we started. We have Nvidia revenue summary. Nvidia shares rise on stronger than expected earnings. Nvidia had blowout earnings here. Right? If we go on down here, we can see the data centers, the revenue, how good they did on their earnings. It said Nvidia reported fiscal third quarter earnings and revenue that topped Wall Street expectations on Wednesday, providing stronger than expected sales guidance for the fourth quarter. Earnings per share was $130 versus $125. Revenue was $57 billion, as we were expecting $54 billion. And now they're already setting the tone, saying they are expecting $65 billion for next quarter. Now, you know what's a very easy thing on why Nvidia always kind of gets breakout earnings? Traders, they set the tone here. Nvidia probably knows, hey, we just had a big order. We're set for 70 billion. But if you tell the world of investors, says it expects about $65 billion in sales, that's what we expect. But in reality, we know we're getting 70 billion. We never miss earnings. Nvidia hasn't missed on earnings in the last 3 years because they tell the world what they're expecting, and it's very easy to overcome it, right? Let's think about this in a different manner. Imagine me right here saying, hey, if someone says, hey, how high can you jump? And I said, I can jump probably about like 20 inches. That is now set in people's minds of saying, oh, wow, okay, this guy right here can jump 20 inches. What if all of a sudden I jump and I dunk a basketball and I have a 34-inch vert? I have a 40-inch vert. Now people's expectations are blown because you said something that was your top, and now you know you're going better than it. The reason why Nvidia basically never misses earnings is because they set the tone. Hey, next quarter, we're going to make 65 billion. I can guarantee it's going to be like 69 billion because they know what they're going to be able to make. And that's why it's very tough. And this is why I've been saying don't panic. And this is why I said don't sell your shares. And this is why I said, if anything, it's a dip buy opportunity. When we see that the fear and greed index is down towards a 9, which is the most fear we have had since, again, the S&P 500 was all the way in April. The fear and greed index? Are you guys kidding me? Do you know what that's other words for? AKA the dip buy meter. When people are scared, it's because the market's falling. So that means, again, the fear and greed index is always going to be the showing that, okay, there's fear when the market's falling. When you're at anything sub 10, dip buy time, hello, time to get filled. Right? Dip buy time, time to get filled on this. So I want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll over on this play. I also want to show this as well. I emailed my financial advisor yesterday. So I do just kind of want to show you guys this also. So I emailed him. He emailed me back and said, hey, and his name's Jeff. I said, hey, Jeff, what's the most amount of money I can contribute this year to my 401k? I want to be able to max it out this year. And then he answered, he said, hi, Sean, $70,000 is the max for 2025. Please call Judy, and they will be ready to move the money. They will verbally confirm. So today, just a little heads on up. After today's live stream, I'm actually going to the bank. I'm not live streaming it. I'm going to the bank, and I'm wiring $70,000 to my retirement account today. I'm saying, hey, Jeff, throw me in, baby. Guys, I told you, I'm putting more money into this market. I put money into the market every single year. This is my 4th year in a row of putting $70,000 into the market. I think, again, the max retirement of last year, though, was like $64,000, $65,000. Last 4 years in a row, I put $64,000, $65,000, $67,000, now $70,000 into the market. So I can't stress it enough. I will constantly and probably always be buying at record highs, right? Or near record highs, right? When I go back down to 2022, I bought near highs at 400. Then I bought near highs at 450. Then I bought near highs at 500. Then this year, again, we bought at the bottom 480. And now I'm probably going to be buying when it comes back down towards like 630 or so. And guess what? Next year it'll be above 700 and I'll buy again. So today, after the live stream, heading to the bank, $70,000 going into the retirement account. That's going to be dispersed between all my long-term investments. What are my long-term investments at this time for anyone who does not know? Stocks I'm currently holding in my retirement account. Number 1, Palantir. Palantir I'm in on. Number 2, Uber. Uber I'm in on. Number 3, Google. Meta. Amazon. Bros. Oklo. Gold. These are, again, some that I've been holding for my long-term retirement. I also do have AMPX in there. AMPX. I'm still on that one as well. So, yes, I have the Magnificent 7. I have the top 7 stocks in the United States. I have those. But then I also have, again, a couple little risky ones as well. Because hopefully, again, they could be able to pay on out and be able to make us some good money also. So, I am looking to see, can we be able to continue to push? Can we continue to, keep on ripping and running and spiking and, moving here? Cleanup Kid, what type of account is that? That is a self-employed 401k. So it's not through a company, it's not through a business, it is a self-employed 401k. So if you are your own boss, if you work a job where you have your own company, or you again have your own income, you can open up a self-employed 401k. The max is $70,000 that you can put in 2025. I'm maxing it out. So that's what I like to do. So some people are like, oh, my business only allows me to put $3,000 in. That's because, again, you're going through a business. You can open up your own 401k if you would like as well, where they have, again, much larger maxes. So MNDR here, anything spike and dump. PACS here, $15 up towards around $26. That's been a hot one. MAGN we're looking at. Let's find the best mover of today. Right now, it's currently 931 in the market. Hey, let's switch out our scanners. We're going to be all set here. Switch out our scanners. Let's get ready to go. For anyone who was not here earlier, I have already had one trade today. I'm up $240 today. If anyone's sitting here saying, wait, what did you trade earlier? I traded PACS earlier. PACS I shorted at $28.50. So notice it came up to $28.90. I again made money on these red candles back on down. So PACS I did short at $28.50. I got out at around $27.50. It was only 400 shares. So I was able to make a little bit of money. Stock was able to get a nice little drop for us. And PACS, that is still one of the hotter plays of this morning. We do have MAGN right now, trying to get a little bit of momentum. MAGN. Now, if MAGN spikes, how high can we spike on up towards? $14. Let's see what we can get here. Let's see what we have. All right. Right now, team. Bright and early. PACS. PACS. If this one gets back up to $28, we're good. PACS. Let's see if this thing can squeeze up to 28. MAGN. SGBX. SGBX was a previous top gainer of yesterday. Remember here, team, if SGBX can squeeze and break through some old highs of yesterday, I mean, SGBX can go. Guys, what's the target today? 875 over on SGBX. SGBX here, team. Let's see if this thing can possibly pop today. Now, SGBX was the previous top gainer of yesterday. SGBX is the stock that, again, a lot of traders are focused on. We're going to see if SGBX can be able to continue to rip and run here. Come on now. I want to find something that's hot. Something that's spicy. SGBX is trying to move. High of the day right now is 750 over on SGBX. Now, what I would do, if I were you, is SGBX, just connect the uptrends. Connect the trend line. SGBX was the #1 top gainer of yesterday. Let's make our lives very easy. Anything on top of this trend line is bullish. Anything underneath that trend line is bearish. Bullishness right here. Bearishness down low. So we do have, and we can also, just a little heads on up, if we want to, we can also connect these dots. Connect this trend line to this trend line. Now it's going to give you a little bit of a top. Now you have a little bit of a channel, figuring out what we could be doing next over on these plays. So if you want to short, next short is up towards around 780 over on SGBX. That could be a nice little shorting opportunity if you want to get filled. Again, following the channel setup. Let's see how much shares are to short. SGBX, $7 stock. Let's say I want to do 3,000 shares to be able to short this play. Let's go to Inquire All. 3,000 shares right here. Locate lowest. Click cancel. That's going to be, again, $3 fee. $3.90 fee. Let's click accept right here. SGBX, it's pending, and we are accepted. So now we have 3,000 shares. We just spent $3 on these orders. If this play can spike on up towards around the price of 760s to 770, that could be great. So let's go with, again, 500 shares at a time. Let's put it up there. Let's go 761, 500 shares, short. Let's go 765, 500 shares, short. Let's go 769, 500 shares, short. Let's go 773, 500 shares, short. 776, 500 shares, short. 779, 500 shares, short. So now, again, if we do get that little pop, we are going to be shorting up near around those tops, which we definitely like. So SGBX, I like this play a lot. For, again, possible short. Deck, why are you looking for short at tops? Top resistance, red line, fade on down. Top resistance, red line, fade on down. Top resistance, red line, up towards around the 770s. That's going to be the target. That's going to be the goal. Want to see if that one can be able to get some movement. Want to see if that one can get some action. SGBX up 21% at this moment, where the majority of traders are focused. Number one, not the number one top gainer right now, but I would probably say the number one best mover at this moment. MNDR, the number one top gainer, is fading and falling. AUID, fading and falling. FOSL, SGBX, FLUX, I want to just kind of see where the buying volume can take us right now. PACS. Guys, PACS still has room to pop as well, back up towards around that 28.75 mark. If we do get PACS to pop back on up towards around that top, that could be another nice little shorting opportunity. Little heads up for everyone. PACS trying to move itself back up towards around that 28 area. I'd probably do 200 shares, limit order at the price, 28.60. Short, 200 shares, 28.55. Short, 28.50. Short, 28.74. Have, again, 200 shares spread out in case, again, we start going up to the 28s. So right now, I do have pending orders over on PACS. Right now, I do have pending orders over on SGBX. Two stocks have pending orders ready to go on if we do start breaking on out. AUID. AUID right here. This stock did have a Nvidia Connect program. Does not mean it has a partnership with Nvidia. And I was going over this a lot in detail. Earlier this morning, AUID right here, you guys can see it's actually the number one top gainer. If you were awake this morning, though, you guys can actually see this one. Here's SGBX also had a little bit of news, right? So SGBX had a little bit of press release. And then we also do have at 8 o'clock, I believe it was. Let me double check here. AUID, yeah, right here. AUID, at the time of 8 o'clock, had a 1-star press release. What we had is, it says AUID joins Nvidia Connect to advance enterprise. The thing that I went over, and I don't want to be annoying, I don't want to be too repetitive, but if the press release said Nvidia joins AUID, that's way different. AUID is not working with Nvidia. Nvidia doesn't even know who AUID is. AUID just joins their server, joins their Connect program. Guys, if I made an app and I put it on Apple Store, does that mean I'm working with Apple? Apple has no idea who I am. Yeah, but you're working with Apple. No, I'm working with Apple. Apple's not working with me. There's a big difference. So again, do I like AUID? Yeah. Do I think it's amazing though? No. All right. Guys, SGBX. I'm in on this play right now. SGBX. I did get filled on my entries. Oh, buddy. SGBX, I got filled on my entries on this play. Whoa, buddy. All right, Deck, were you expecting this? SGBX, I was not expecting, I'll tell you guys this right now. I was not expecting a break of this downtrend here, you know, so quickly, so rapidly. I see it. I see SGBX right now. So SGBX, I did get filled 3,000 shares on this play at the price of $7.70. Now, what was I thinking? What was I looking at? What was I doing? Because, again, things might get a little spicy. I told you, I want to go a little crazy today. I want to have a little bit of fun here. So what I have right now is I have SGBX, 3,000 shares at the price of $7.70. Now, Deck, what were you thinking when you jumped in on this play at $7.70? I want to tell you guys and show you guys exactly what I was doing, okay? This play right here, it wasn't trying to be anything cute. It was, we got rejected at this red line. We got rejected at this red line. I was expecting to see rejection at that red line. That's all it was. There wasn't anything more than that. It was we are inside of a channel setup at this point where I see we have support here, we have support here, we have support here. You guys can see bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. I see top resistance, I see top resistance, I see top resistance. Okay? So SGBX, this is definitely one we want to continue to watch, continue to stay aware of, and be on top of right here. This one did just get a breakout. Right now, what's that top area? 770. My entry is 770. So right now, I just got to think about what do I want to do on this play, right? How do I want to actually react to this stock? So I'm trying to think right here, team. I want to be able to figure this one on out the best I possibly can. So SGBX right now at this time, there's two ways I can trade this. Two ways. I mean, actually a few different ways. Guys, these are my options. These are my options right now. Number one, I hold this play. If this stock keeps on spiking, someone answer the magic question for me right now. How high can SGBX go up to? SGBX can spike up to 875. If SGBX spikes up towards 875, how much money would I lose? I would lose about $3,000. SGBX, it could also open and turn in reverse right away, which could be absolutely awesome and absolutely great. I will say this, to be a smart trader here, I am shorting this play, right? Let's think about this here, team. Let's be honest with each other. Let's not have an ego. My game plan was hit resistance, fade and fall. Hit resistance, fade and fall. I was looking for hit resistance, fade and fall. Is my game plan still intact? No. Your game plan, Deck, has broken. It has gone above the uptrend. It has gone above this trend line. Now there is room to run up towards 875. If this play, SGBX gaps up, breaks $8, I only have two options. Number one, I hold and hope. I gamble and hopefully it comes back down eventually. Or number two is I say, let me cut out. Let me rip off the Band-Aid right away. Team, you know what option it's going to be. I do not want to end up losing $4,000 on this trade. I had a game plan. Hit resistance, fall, hit resistance, fall, hit resistance, fall. In the next 20 seconds, I would like to see this one open on up and dump on down and crash. But if it does not, I am going to just get out. And I'm going to accept that and say, you know what? It's way better than it's the stock spiking up to 875 and me getting crushed. So I'm in at the price right here of 770. Right now, we're going to open up at 780. Let's see what happens here. And if we dump, great. If not, then let's move on. 3, 2, 1. Guys, I'm going to get out right here. I'm going to get out, limit my damage. It's still holding. I am out of the play in all total. I am down $400 on the day. I am not going to hold, as I said, if we are again breaking $8 and ripping and running. So I am not going to be the person to hold and hope, because right now we're above $8. Right now, again, I would be down over $1,000. Right now, I would be crying. right now I'd be saying, why am I still in on this play? Now, Deck, what if the stock turns and falls and fades and goes back in the channel? Well, that's a great sign, and we could look for entries. So we can look for entries if it goes underneath the channel. We can look for entries if it runs up towards new highs. But what would be the worst thing for me to do is to hold and hope and gamble. If there's one thing that you learn from me, it's, hey, if Deck knows he's wrong, he gets out. That's it. All right? I treat every stock like if I'm in a relationship. When I'm in a relationship and I take, let's say, a woman out for a date, for a dinner date, I will tell you this right now. I've gone out before. We sit down, we have a dinner date. She says one thing I don't like. Just one thing. One thing, she's off her game. I immediately order the most expensive thing on the menu and I walk out and leave her with the bill. I do it every single time. That's who I am. That's what I do. So again, treat it just like that. If you're not having fun on SGBX, get out of SGBX. Easy. People are like, no, I don't want to get out. I want to keep holding and losing all my money. Oh, I'm not happy with my relationship, but I'm too scared to break up with them. Again, you take them on the nicest date you possibly can. You order everything you possibly can. You say, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then you leave. Okay? That's how you treat your stocks when they're not working out for you. SGBX right here, trying to get some a little bit of momentum. Right here, team. We are still watching SGBX. Can SGBX start moving on up even more? So, Deck, are you happy with your entry? I was happy with my entry. Happy with my entry right here at 770. I mean, I had a great game plan, just broke above it. Let's see if this is going to be able to hold now. Does anyone think 770 is going to hold up as resistance? Does anyone think we're going to be able to see that little crack? I mean, what I like is that SGBX has been a nice active mover. I'm not seeing many other active movers. MDR, fading and falling. AUID, nothing there. FOSL, not much. LFS, maybe trying to get a little squeeze on LFS. A little squeeze over on LFS at this time. SGBX, we know 770 is going to be that strong resistance. Can we maybe again try to re-add? Right around 770, see if we can stay underneath that area. Possibilities. Thinking about it. Let's see if we're going to get back above $8 or not. If we can't break $8 sooner than later, we're going to dump. So I'm not in on this play right now. You guys can know. But I'm happy I kept it as tight as I possibly can. Right now, I am down $400 on the day. And being down $400 on the day is a whole lot better than being down $3,000 on the day. Oh. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the heads up. Music was blasting a little bit when I ate a piece of toast there. Deck, what type of bread do you eat? Again, I only eat the best of the best. I have a multi-grain, whole wheat, rye, anti-white, perfectly toasted in 275-degree broiled oven that I bought back off again a Pilgrim neighborhood. It's perfect. SGBX, nice squeeze right here. Still again trying to hold that $8 mark at this time. I don't see a big long upper shadow yet. I don't see any sort of big upper shadow just yet. I see little tiny upper shadows at this moment. I don't see any sort of kind of main upper shadow just yet. I would like to see that big pop and squeeze up to 875. That could definitely happen. That nice big pop and squeeze could definitely happen up towards around that 875 area. So right now, team, we are still watching and waiting. BBAI, Black Bear AI, biometric play. Trying to get a little bit of hype. That is one I still like. Still watching that one. Talked about you before. Guys, SGBX getting a little bit of that, a little bit of this negativity here. 765 here. Are we going to start fading over on this one? As I said, I do like SGBX. SGBX. My only fear is SGBX going to get little pops back on up. Our main resistance line is $8. Our main resistance line is $8. We have the slightest little support at 770 right here. We have a very small, tight little ascending triangle pattern. We keep finding these little triangles. Now, a lot of people always say, like, why are we focusing on SGBX? It's the most active. Are we going to make money on MNDR today? The answer is no. Are we going to make money over on AUID today? No. Are we going to make money on SGBX? Potentially, yes. FOSL, a little no. PAVS, not enough volume, no. VLO, no. SKBL, no. So again, there's not enough hype or action on these other plays. So why am I focused on SGBX? Because that's where the money's at right now. SGBX here, team. We have a long way that we could possibly be able to crack on down. What's it saying? So, for some reason, it's not allowing me to re-enter on my shorts. Security is no longer shortable. What? Let me delete some old shorts here. I think I might have just, my old pending shorts may have slowed that down a little bit. Right here, traders, we are seeing. I would like to be able to see it. Like, is this thing going to start fading and falling? Like, are we going to start dropping? I will look for re-entries on this play. If we can get a little pop, I'm going to, again, look for that resistance because we are back underneath that main resistance line, as you may or may not know. So I'm going to look for re-entries of shorts as long as, and with an $8 stop loss, little heads on up. So I'm going to look for re-entry of shorts, $8 stop loss, see if we can fade back on down towards the VWAP. That's going to be my game plan here. Just want to always explain it. Hey, what's the issue? What's the game plan? Game plan is top resistance at this line. Top resistance at this line. I am looking to see if we fall back underneath this line, are we going to stay underneath it? Stop loss is going to be $8. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm looking for. That's the game plan right here, okay? Add some up high. Right now I'm in on. Guys, I am an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Does anyone know why I'm an idiot? I'm looking at this stock and I have PACS on the level 2. I just made such a dumb little rookie mistake. I wasn't even in on the right play. I'm a freaking idiot. Let me just get out of this stock right here. What am I doing here today? What am I doing? I don't know why I had PACS on the level 2. What am I doing? What the heck am I doing? I thought I was looking at SGBX this entire time. PACS is on my level 2 for some reason. I don't remember typing that in, but I am. And I wasn't even trading SGBX the last 10 minutes. What a dumb little human error. What a silly, small little brain I have. Put me on the short bus. Put my seatbelt on. That's what I deserve. I deserve to go back to elementary school, put me in the short bus, and again, strap me up with 6 different seatbelts because I keep slamming my head against the window. Give me some animal crackers and some Dunkaroos. It's all I deserve. I'm looking at the chart over here on SGBX, thinking SGBX is on my level 2, typing in orders on the wrong play. What kind of idiot am I? Well, Deck, you're our idiot. Well, thank you. So dumb. So stupid. Now, the thing is, guys, I want to talk about maturity here for a second. And I want to talk about owning up to mistakes. And I want you guys to realize that right there, what I just did was not my fault. It was Claire's fault. You know why? Because I'm distracted. You know why? Because, again, she's wearing a little bit of a unrevealing outfit today. It's messed up. Yes, I'm talking about you. And yes, you're freaking fired after today. I don't mess up. You messed me up. Get out of the office. Get out. And again, my loss is coming out of your paycheck. My loss today is coming out of your paycheck. The thing is, to become responsible puts other people's accountability. Right? That's what being responsible is. Did I make the trade? Yes. Was I looking at the wrong level too? Yes. Was I, again, the one who lost my money here today? Yes. But it's not my fault. It's always someone else's. To be responsible means to make other people accountable for their mistakes. You know what? I'm not an idiot. SGBX getting pretty tight. SGBX at this moment getting tight. Let's see if this thing can be able to squeeze here. SGBX, this is the play of the day here so far. Can this stock get tighter and tighter and tighter? LFS still watching this one. And let's see if SGBX is going to squeeze here at all. Guys, SGBX back up to $8. I'm going to take a little step back here for a second. I'm down $1,000 on the day. I'm going to take a little step back here. Okay? I'm down $1,000 on the day. I got to take a little step back, make sure I'm doing things right, doing things correctly. Also, I do want to throw this out here. Woo! I did get my payout. So a little heads on up. Want to throw this out here. Over on my one-stop prop account here, traders, I do have my prop firm where you can see I was up $109,000 on my prop firm. I did withdraw $3,000 from my prop firm. And now I'm at 106. So I did just get the certificate today. Payout certificate. Amount $3,000. Woo! I deserve it. So I did just lose some money with, again, trading, but I just got it back with, again, my prop firm payout. Not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. We haven't, so we gotta, maybe, yeah, I want to watch SGBX. But maybe, again, we get a little crazy with the S&P 500 building back on up. Maybe get a little wild with the S&P 500 starting to work its way, and, start climbing here. Maybe we get a nice big green candle on the S&P 500. The prop firm, guys, I already made, again, the prop firm cost me, what the heck is this?
Is it control?
What tab is open right now? I have like 7 tabs at this moment. I'm hearing a random ad.
question is, how much of it can you handle? In the GMC Sierra EV Denali, what we choose to know, we know completely.
Where is this ad coming from?
Professional grade.
I'm just going to close all my tabs. Did you know the GMC Sierra, the Denali, the best in class, the Fortune 500 truck? Where the heck was that ad coming from? I don't know how GMC just did that. I don't know how they just did that. They just randomly threw an ad it's somehow through the live stream without any ad playing. That was incredible. I'm actually going to think about, just because I love that commitment, and just because I love that commitment, I think I want to go get a Denali. But yes, I'm all set over on my one-stop prop. Think about it, hey, we can go ahead, go have a little bit of fun. Because remember, let's think about this. I paid $250 to take the test on one-stop prop. I passed it. I got paid out $100,000. Then with the $100,000, I just made $9K. Asked for a withdrawal, just got $3K. $3K paid out to my account. Guys, I'm up $2,750 over on my prop firm. Yes, again, I like to get a little crazy on the prop firm, and I know not everyone is a big prop firm fan. That's fine, but I don't mind, again, doing a little fun. Going, maybe, Nvidia just came out with some great earnings. Nvidia, I like to kind of YOLO my prop firm a little bit. You know what? Nvidia starts breaking upwards. We start getting some hype. Let's have some fun here. So Nvidia, maybe again 250. No, let's go bigger, baby. Let's go bigger. Nvidia 500. Do you want to turn off? No. Confirm. Open position. Confirm. So I'm going to let Nvidia rock for a little bit. Again, let Nvidia rock. And again, this is not real money. Remember that, guys. This is my prop firm, but you do get paid out real money. So I'm gonna let Nvidia rock here for a little bit. Remember, I can keep my prop firm as long as I don't lose. As long as I don't lose $5,000 on my trade. Okay? So right now, I'm going to see if Nvidia gets a little bit of a pop here. I do want to ask a question, though, here. I have a question. Why does it say max daily loss, 2,800, 900 bucks, 68% when I'm up in the green right now? Why does that say that? So it says max daily loss. I haven't made one trade today. I've only made one trade today, and that's it. Profit, $165. Max daily loss, 64. Is it like counting somehow that when I requested that $3,000 off? I'm not sure why it says this, because that's, again, I'm in the green right now. So I do want to let them know, little heads on up, that, I want to have this on stream just so in case, anything happens. I should be in the green right here. I'm not sure why, again, that max daily loss is 60%. I only made one trade today. Daily summary, one trade, right? 10 actually, no even trades here yet. Like these are my past trades. Do want to be careful with that. Okay, NJ Trading, if you take a payout, that adds it to your loss. Oh. So if I take a payout, I even got to be more careful. Okay, well, again, that's just for today, right? That's just for today. So, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't trade the prop firm today because I just got my... Okay, so I'm going to cancel this today, guys. I'm going to cancel this today so I don't hit my max daily loss today. So I just got paid out my $3,000. That means, again, now I only have a $3,000 stop loss. I'm going to wait until that resets then tomorrow. I'm not going to trade it today. I apologize. I didn't know that was a thing. So yeah, I'm going to wait until tomorrow then. I'm going to wait till tomorrow until my daily loss kind of resets. Because I don't want to go crazy and then blow it up and then have to go back to the funded account. I don't want to do that. Or the challenge. I don't want to take the challenge again. So again, I'll be able to trade that then tomorrow. I did not realize. Yeah, so I can't trade the prop today. Can't trade the prop today. Right now, SGBX. SGBX, we're still watching. This is by far the hottest play of today. It's been a little bit of a slow week, but just because it's a little bit slow there doesn't mean, again, we have to have low energy here. How you guys feeling about today? Can I see some enthusiasm in the chat? Can I get myself a good old... Can I see a thumbs up? Can I see some hype? Can I see a gif? Can I see a good morning? Can I see a hello? Can I see someone again jumping, stretching? I want to see some moves. I want to see some dancing. Hey, good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. I hope you guys are excited. Now, a little heads up for every single person who was not here in pre-market. I do need to throw out here right now is that we do have over on tradecaster.com our Black Friday sales start off next Tuesday. If you want to be able to have access to the live stream every single day, be joining me. Be joining, again, our thousands of members over on TradeCaster. If you want to have access to the video library, we are doing a deal that we have never done before. We are doing next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Every single membership is 50% off. The annual membership is not $800. It will be $398. The semi-annual membership will not be $400. It will be $199. The monthly membership will be $38. So just a little heads up. This is a one-time fee. So the bigger the membership, the better, because you only get 1 month of 50% off, or 6 months of 50% off, or 1 year of 50% off. But we're also doing something we've never done before either. The lifetime membership will not be 50% off. The lifetime membership is going to be $9.99. So the lifetime membership is going to be $9.99, about 70% off. Everything's 50% off starting next Tuesday. The lifetime will be 70% off, $9.99, one-time fee, and you never have to pay for anything ever again for TradeCaster. So I appreciate all the support. I appreciate every single person that's about to upgrade their membership, about to join their membership, about to be part of this Black Friday community sale. 70% off here. 50%. So lifetime membership is 70%, $9.99. You never will have to pay for anything again over on TradeCaster. Get excited. Print out flyers. Set up a lemonade stand if you have to. Get ready to go. Next week's going to be massive. Happy Black Friday, everyone. Guys, here comes SGBX. SGBX coming up towards 875. 875. We know 875 is going to be a little bit of a tricky area. 875 is always going to be a little tough. Now, this one, I just don't like going against the green right now. Does anyone else agree with me? Does anyone else agree with me right here? Going against the green? I don't know. 875 is usually a strong resistance line. I just don't feel comfortable turning and trying to reverse this play. It had news yesterday. It was the #1 top gainer yesterday. I also, does anyone, this is old school. Has anyone been with me for a very long time that knows the name of this pattern right here? What do I call this pattern? Does anyone know? Does anyone know or remember what I call this one? Yep, boom, got it. I, again, used to call this the masterpiece pattern. What's a masterpiece pattern? A masterpiece pattern is going to have a few different things, and you guys can keep your eyes peeled on SGBX as I'm talking about this. #1, a masterpiece pattern is going to have an old spiking high. So basically, it shows that we have the characteristics to go crazy. SGBX has gone from $25 all the way up to $100 in the past. It shows that this stock has what it takes to go nuts. Like, in the characteristics, this thing can rip and run. That's a great thing to see out of SGBX. What's another great thing to see out of SGBX? #2, low on the RSI, which means it's extremely oversold. We were all the way up at $100. The stock fell down to $2. So it shows it has the juice. And right now is a complete low area at this time where, again, there's nothing really happening. There's nothing great at this moment. So any buying, any positivity could lead towards a great rip and run. And number 3 is we have a squeeze. So again, we are squeezing. What are we squeezing right here? We are squeezing between the 13 EMA and the 50-day moving average, aka making that triangle. So what we really have at this moment is we have the stock that's slightly building higher lows. We have the 13 EMA coming across the bottom of the play. We have an indicator holding it on up as support. We have the 50-day moving average holding this up as resistance. And guess what the stock is doing? The stock is getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and then boom! It's starting to break out right now as we have positive development. So we have a stock that has the opportunity to squeeze and spike. We have a low RSI at this time. We have a stock that can squeeze. And now again, the stock which came on out with, again, positive news, SGBX right here. You guys can see SGBX. What do we have? Let me scroll on down at this moment. SGBX halted up, 31% gain, previous top gainer. You can see right here, top stocks to watch right now. SGBX, 32% gain. So it's like, SGBX, this has been the hottest stock across the board for the majority of traders. Right? It's not just me talking about SGBX. If anyone's like, hey, Deck, let's look at a different stock. SGBX is the best mover right now. If we take a look at MNDR, is anyone making money here? No. Is anyone making money over on, LFS is getting a little pop and starting to drop back down. AUID, no. VELO, it's choppily working its way on up. FOSL, no. YDK, no. FGL, no. SCLX, no. BLNE, no. The number 2 top gainer, is SGBX. LFS is trying to steal some momentum. But SGBX is where the majority of traders are focused on, which is why, right here, top stocks to watch. AUID, SGBX, PACS. These are plays. SGBX halted on the upside. Everything you need to know about today. What are the hot stocks to watch? PACS, MNDR, BNNK, MAGN, SGBX. So SGBX is still one of those top plays. One Stop Prop also says, again, after today, my account will be back to normal. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's awesome news. Awesome news. And again, thank you for the payout. Little side note here, traders. Wearing these glasses, I don't know yet, and I'm waiting for someone to call me out on it. Are these sunglasses reflective enough that you can see what I'm seeing on my other screen? I've been curious about that for the past week. Can you see what I see on my other screen? If someone tell me, I'm gonna put it to the test right now. Whoever again gets it right. Whoever gets it right, I will send $100 to. What am I looking at on my other screen right now? And again, you have to try. I will send $100 to anyone who gets it right. What am I looking at on my other screen? And this is just a test to make sure you guys can't see what I'm seeing on my other screen. But if you guys can get it right, I'll send you $100. First person to get it right. I'm looking right at it right now. If someone gets this right, we got to make some. We got to change again the lighting in here. Let's see who gets it right. Let's see who gets it right. I'm staring at it right now. All right, cool. I'm not seeing anyone get it right. All right, so I know we're good. The answer to win $100. Actually, let's bump it up right now. Let's make it $400. If you just guess what I'm staring at by looking at the glasses, because I want to make sure there's no reflectiveness here. But if you get it correct, you have 30 seconds. I'm staring at it right now. I will not stop. I'm just trying to give you every angle. First person who gets it right wins. I want to make sure, again, moving forward, I don't even have to think about this or worry about it. I'm moving different angles, so maybe you can get it. $400 in the next 20 seconds. Final guess is coming in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's see. Let's see if anyone got it right. The answer was pictures of newborn elephants. So if you guessed newborn elephants, you're a winner. I don't think anyone guessed newborn elephants. I think I will double check the chat. But look at these little guys just doing elephant things, hanging out, having some fun. So I do not believe anyone again guessed that. Newborn elephants was my next guess. Ah. Traders, right now, SGBX still slowly working itself on up. SGBX slowly trying to work itself on up at this time. And look at this is why I don't want to short it. Snow saying, hey, why are you looking at newborn elephants? Just working on a research paper. Just trying to follow up on some research I've been doing for the last few years. I'm really close to a breakthrough. I can feel it. Just getting my data correct. SGBX. Slow and steady right here. SGBX. Again, I don't want to go against this play. Masterpiece pattern. Has the old juice. Has a stock that's squeezing. High or low setup. Buyers are moving in. One of the only options of this day. 50% gain. Hey, Chaz, are you upset that you were wrong on your trade? That's like the most blunt way to kind of be a dick. You know what I mean? Were you wrong that you were on your trade? Okay, first off, let's take it on back here. I was incorrect with, again, my entry. But I will also always bring out the positives. I was not upset. I will take that trade 10 out of 10 times. I got in where we got rejected here. I got rejected where we got hit right here. And again, I got filled when we came up right here. Where did I get out? I got out when it came right here. So I got in at the red line and I got out at the orange line. Who can tell me? I lost $600 on SGBX with 3,000 shares. Guys, that's 25 cents. I lost 25 cents on this play. Let's play the what if game. What if I didn't have a stop loss? What if I didn't have discipline? What if I just kept on holding and hoping? I had an entry at 770. I would be down $3,000 at the price of 870, and I would be down another $1,000 at $9. I would be down $4,000 right now if I kept on holding, had no discipline. Instead, I lost 600. What's better to lose, 600 or 4,000? I will go after my game plan and have confidence with my game plan. Top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. The moment it breaks, the moment it goes opposite, I move on. When you win, win 1,000. When you lose, lose 500. If you win 500, lose 250. If you win 250, lose 125. Try to always make your wins double, triple, quadruple of what you're willing to lose. I got in, stuck to my plan, moved on to something else. JCK here. JCK keeping this one on watch, keeping this one on high alert at this time as well. SGBX, a little bit of that upper shadow. Guys, SGBX is going to be your play all day. If I had to say what do I think is going to happen, you're going to get little chop. Like, this is my prediction. My prediction is you're going to go up to like $10 today. But I think there's going to be choppiness behind it. There's going to be a time we pull back down towards 815, and it's going to look like it's dead. 20 minutes go by, it's back up near the high of the day. Goes up towards 950. All of a sudden, again, pulls back on down to 875. Looks like it's over. runs on up to $10, $10.25, $10.30. I do think SGBX has another $1.50 in its belt. I do think the stock came up towards a 50% gain, and we could see easily a 75, 80% gain. I think SGBX throughout the entire day today is going to be the top gainer, the one you want to watch, the slow and steady grinder. That's what I think. Heads on up. How's Bitcoin at right now? Guys, you know what's crazy? Take a look at this. The S&P 500 is up big today. The S&P 500 is coming right back up towards its record highs. If you guys take a look over on Bitcoin, no jump. Nvidia jumped on up. S&P 500 up near record highs. Bitcoin is going to be cracking 90,000 here any minute. So Bitcoin is on its way down, even with the S&P 500 having a massive day today. Traders, do you guys not realize how big this day is on the S&P 500 right now? S&P 500, you guys take a look at this. What do we have? The Dow is up 615 points. The NASDAQ is up 504 points. The S&P 500 is up 112 points. The Russell 2000 is up 5.35 points. So we are having a lot of action, a lot of momentum at this time. SPY's doing well. Markets moving on up. SGBX. Traders, I did make a little silly mistake at this time. I do want to, not at this time, earlier this morning, but I do want to open up the floor. Does anyone have any sort of questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys need at all? All I want to do is help you guys on out. All I want to do is help you guys grow. All I want to do is make sure you become the best trader that you could possibly be. So if you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, right now is the time that you can ask them. There's no limits. There's no filter. You guys can come up to me and ask me a question that you guys may need. It's 10:30 in the market. As you guys know, we've been going live every single day since 7 a.m., more like 7:20. We kick out live commentary, and we go for a good 3 to 4 hours every single day. I want to help you grow. I want to make you laugh. I want to be entertaining, but I want to give you a good education. I want to make you the best trader you can be. We do have Black Friday sales right around the corner this upcoming Tuesday. Black Friday kicks on off. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Next week is a short week. We have off on Tuesday, and then there will be no live stream on Friday. It is a half day. It is the day after Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people will be with their families as well. So a little heads on up. We have next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Half day on Friday. I will not be live streaming. Saturday and Sunday weekend. You guys do have a 4-day weekend next week. Baby Yoda saying, what conditioner do you use? I use Head & Shoulders with a touch of argan oil. That's what I use. Reese, hey, you sold your Utah home. Where are we doing the next masterclass? I think South Beach. I say Miami. So yes, I did sell the Utah house. Again, I got my funds. I got everything out of the home, which is great. Now, instead of having another masterclass in Utah, how about we go like South Beach? How about if we get like a big penthouse? Something like that. That's what I'm thinking. And just like that, SGBX halted on the downside. Easy Colin friends. Hey, it's so nice to be able to trade with someone else and not alone. I will say that's the 100% true. It's always great to trade with a community, right? Not a community where someone is sitting here and, you know, like trying to just, you know, bash people or make people feel bad. Or you're trading with your friends. You're trading with a group of other people that are exciting. You know, the thing is, I think I attract other individuals like me. Individuals who want to have high energy, want to have high intensity, that don't mind joking around a little bit, that want to go after and make trades, who want to be able to be better, who likes to start off their morning and be positive and be able to get after it. That's who watches this stream. People who watch this stream, every single one of you guys. Great characteristics. Great family man. Extremely good looking. That's who watches this stream. Bruce, yesterday you mentioned that your hotkeys and set up to buy, ask, and sell bid during pre-market trading, right? I'm trying to set up my hotkeys. So no, I do not have any hotkeys whatsoever at all. What I will say is watch this video. It'll teach you how to basically like cheat the system a little bit. So again, if you watch this video, Sean Deckmar pre-market, okay? So if you go watch this, how to trade in pre-market, everything you need to know. This will go over how I get in and out of trades so quickly in pre-market. So I just posted that link for you, so you're all set. What a good day. Ross, you should do your masterclass in Thailand. I can host at a small resort. We have 10 rooms close to the beach, a nice area to have a group of 30 to sit and listen. You know what? I've never been to Thailand. I've never been there. I will say, how long is the flight from JFK to Thailand? If it is over 13 hours, I will cry. A flight from JFK to Thailand costs is 19 hours long. The shortest flights are The only way I can go there is if I have first class. First class, sitting down, laying down. I can't do a middle seat like this. I can't do a middle seat like this for 20.5 hours. If I'm in a middle seat with this huge guy and his fat is already coming into my lap, and then we got this random chick who brought all her own food and, you know, eating it, like, it just stinking up the whole entire place, smelling like beef jerky, and I'm just trying to sit there being polite, listening to my movies. Or we just take the PJ. We take the private jet. First class tickets to Thailand from JFK. New York City, Bangkok. Fine deals. Right here, we are again, all good. Okay, so SGBX here, halted on the downside. That one's going to be getting unhalted in 30 seconds. Let's see what this one does here, team. Let's see if this one fades on off, and let's see if this one drops. As I said, after this stream, I am heading over to the bank, wiring money over into my long-term retirement account. I'll get an update on that, let you guys know where I'm at with everything. Woo! Look at this. SGBX. SGBX here. Starting to fade and starting to drop. Team, 3 hours in the bank of live streaming. Market is finally getting a little bit of love. SPY working its way back up to 675. December, November. We still have fourth quarter, baby. Ah, fourth quarter. Ah, fourth quarter. Strong side. Ah, weak side. Ah. Let's not slow down. Let's not stop. Guys, I love you. Be smart with your trading. Do not force. Do not put yourself in positions that you can lose. Wait for the best opportunities. Wait for trades to go your way. I, again, took 2 losses today. One loss was, again, a stupid error. The other one, I went after a trade. I did everything I wanted to the right way. SGBX, the #1 top gainer on the day, is starting to fade and fall. I do expect bounces, but I'm not trading it. Team, tomorrow, we do have our Friday. We're looking for that Santa rally. We are looking for, again, Black Friday. We are looking for the final week of November to finish off strong. Tomorrow, we're back at it. Once again, wake up early. Get part of the 650 Club. We're going live here. Let's get ready. Keep getting after it every morning. I appreciate everyone who joins us. I appreciate every single person that's here. Get pumped. Get excited. Black Friday on trade ideas next week. One-stop prop next week. Cobra Trading next week, and Fox Runner next week. And of course, Tradecaster.com next week. Black Friday is going to be massive. Take advantage. Get all the scanners. Get our brokerage. Get, again, Tradecaster. Make sure you guys are all good. I love you, traders. Thank you to everyone who's joined us on this morning. Thank you to everyone who joined us on this day. I love you. I appreciate you. Help me wrap this thing on up. In 3, 2, 1. Ahoo!